Hi, chat. So we're working on some stuff today. Working on some good things that are here. Um, all kinds of stuff. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but these are this stone stuff here is stuff that Roscoe got me a while back. I hadn't had anything to do with them yet because I hadn't had a chance to work on them, but they were like the perfect height for these dudes because you could take like a guy, he's on his pedestal, and you can go like this, like it goes right over the top of him, and he fits through the doorway, so it kind of works. It's like perfect sizing. Anyway, here are some of the guys we got put together. I'll take pictures later for locals, but got some grass put down for these dudes. Um, got some stuff put around them just so there's something there to cover. Looks like they're going through something. It's a little bit of interestingness to their setups there. So, um, oh, anyways, that's stuff we're working on. I also came with an idea of like kind of making some terrain, but terrain with extra things on it. So, like, I found these like 3D printed crates online. They're meant for like 1/35th scale, but you could shrink them down to like one to the 156 scale that we're dealing with. And it's pretty close in size. Like I didn't make them exact, but like this is a Mauser that comes with the bolt action stuff, and it fits pretty much like in length. It fits in there, and when you take it next to one of these guys, like this dude here, like this dude who's carrying an ammo box. This guy's carrying an ammo box. This is like, if you stood him up, like it's a little tall, but like I'll figure out maybe I can make them smaller. I think is what I have to do there. I think I have to make these a little shorter. But yeah. I think that's kind of where we are with these. So I think that's really the biggest thing is these things are a little too big. I'm not sure, but I'll figure out something to do with them because I did waste like 10 minutes printing them. So I'll come up with something. And I got a couple like I have some neat stuff out of that first kit that I was working on. We have some extra guns. We have like 2 Sturmgewehrs, a G43, a Mauser, got some spare helmets. Stuff I could sit there and take and make make a little bit of a scene with. A couple spare helmets, an ammo pouch, all that fun stuff. What kind of alert are we ringing? So we'll put those guys off to the side. Now there's a guy that this is the stuff EDW got right here. This guy here is Joseph Sepp Allerberger. He is the second highest German sniper in the war. He wrote the book Sniper on the Eastern Front. So it comes with his own like fucking big old base, and we'll see what he comes with here. This is pretty fucking nice, guys. This is all resin and shit, but ooh, wow. I'm gonna have to wipe him down with some thinner or something because he's a little dusty. He's a little dusty here. You're gonna go sit in the corner like Nick? Oh, don't sit in the corner. You can hang out with us. So this is really fucking nice, chat. So here it is. Let me see if I can set this up in a way that works. Anyways, this is him. Look at this guy. Look at the detail on this fucker. Look at the detail on that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there he is, sitting there in the sitting position. He's got an MP40 in addition to all his gear, and he's hiding behind some stuff. And I think this is actually true to form. They set this up like an umbrella. Because remember, guys, I told you, if Allerberger mentions that the Germans were big on using an umbrella as part of the sniper's camouflage field kit, And this looks like this is where you put the camouflage on, and it comes with the whole camouflaged umbrella. I don't know if I'm going to use this or not. I may just leave this as is. I think this is pretty gnarly, honestly. And I might put them like this and just have some like grass all around them. I think that might actually be cool. So this is pretty fucking gnarly though. I mean, look at this fucker. There's a little bit of flashing on him though. We got to get off, which is kind of a pain in the butt, but yeah, that's okay. But this is a beautiful resin print. So, EDW Raptor, if you're there, thank you very much. I need one of those table umbrellas. What are you talking about? Clyde, hold on, buddy. Hold on. Okay, Clyde, come here. Come here, buddy. Come on, Clyde. I got you. Hold on, chat. We got a guest. Special guest. You see him, you know him, you love him. Oh, the umbrellas in those drinks, yeah. So, whoosh over my head. Yeah, I don't. Hi, buddy. No, I already ate dinner a while ago. There's no food with me. He's like, fat man, do you have food? And I'm like, nope. No. And Stabby, I was thinking about doing the 40K stuff tonight, but I already got started on earlier today I had a break and I got all these guys pedestaled up and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going with this because this guy needs to get painted. So I'm gonna set you down, okay, Clyde? I'm gonna put you on the ground. Bubberkins. Okay? You ready? Are you ready? Mwah. There you are. All right, chat. We're going to get back to this. Let's get back to this here. Okay. Kay, what did you email me? Oh. Let's see here. You said the foundation for the pilot shame for all I care. Well, I was going to ask you if you could send me another Phobos Marine just in pieces because I showed it to 2.0 and one of the dogs got a hold of it and snarfed it. So it's kind of an issue for me right now. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to use the umbrella. I think this kind of just demonstrates he's hiding behind the thing. So I don't think I'm going to mess with that. If only Kaya hadn't been using that trainer's promo video. Yeah, well. All right, guys. So we got some thinner on this dude. Let's take our brush and scrub him down a little bit and see what that does for us. So we have to get all this finish off of it, like all the powder, because this is not going to take otherwise. So the doggos are like, nope. Yes. 28-21, Niners winning. Oh, wow. Well, not really too worried about any of those teams. All those teams could fuck off. Only one team that matters today that won. So that's all I care about. Only one team I care about. So. Thankfully, there aren't really, looks like anything really fragile on this thing. So I can really kind of give it a quick brushing and kind of be fast of it. Erica says you're offended. What are you offended about? I don't care about the Niners. All those Marines and the bits are Phobos Marines. Okay, you sent me the kill team. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking about the dude with the cloak, the big guy. But if that whole thing is in there, I'll just keep working on it. So no big deal. There we go. That sits. Does this sit nice and flat? Almost sits nice and flat. So there we go. Oh, I forgot to take care of this. Sorry, Trump one. Hold on 1 second here. Who's live right now? Let's see. Got some stuff that could go live. Oh, Meme's live covering the fucking but I got somebody we can
and these lengthy JRPGs are most definitely one of those games. And this makes me worry because, like, already people are saying, well, are you going to play Dragon Quest VII Remake in February with the new modern graphics? Will you go back and play Metaphor? I don't think so. How could I? People haven't really picked up Expedition 33 since we all agreed that we were going to do it. They're not showing up for it. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm not going to give up on it. I love the game. I want to play it again. Like I said, this is not a complaint about financial contributions in any way. Things have been amazing. Like, I'm doing really well. It's just I need people to show up for the streams too. You know, I'm not streaming for myself. So let's see what happens when I play it again, which again, I think it's Wednesday. I think I'm playing it again.
I always get the Chinese music.
Okay.
Settings. Let's see if I can find this.
More weird music.
Permissions.
Okay. So what's on everyone's mind? We got about a half an hour to kill before we jump back into Megabonk tonight. What would you guys like to talk about?
Defaults. Permissions. Community moderation.
Well, that is true. Loves to spooge. What a great name. Says I was watching earlier. It seemed like during the tougher fights you couldn't talk to
Two
chat.
people got
right.
On a wall was also
epic mega boss, and I need to learn the pattern of parries in order.
I don't know
to
what the hell that was all about, but yeah, on a wall was
like
fine
you're right.
I don't know what the.
At the same time, there were plenty of times when I was on the world map, and I'm like, anyone got a recommendation of where to go, what I should do next? I was in a dungeon asking people. There was like 4 people talking. I'm not kidding. Like there were 4 people in both chats who were talking about the game. No one in Kick Chat was talking about Clair Obscur at all. They were completely ignoring it, as if it wasn't even on stream. The YouTube chat had a few engaged viewers who had played the game, and they were trying to talk and help. But again, it was rare. It was only a few. So again, I'm not really streaming.
I'm not gonna lie. I never knew what this game was. So like the first time, like Phil talking about it now, I know. But like at first, I thought the game was called Player Obscure, and it's like, what the fuck? That sounds like a retarded name for a game. Player Obscure like Player Obscure 33. I didn't know what the hell he was babbling about because he's not clear where his elucidations are not very clear. His enunciations.
For 4 people, you know?
Yes, this is DSP Live right now. I do. I'm the only mod. No, I'm not the only mod.
There is going to be year-end series, but I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place right now, and here's why. I'm going to start playing Tainted Grail tomorrow, and I'm going to do another stream of it later in the week. I really liked the intro of Tainted Grail a week ago, so I want to play more of it because, no lie, if it's as good as it seemed in the intro, I might actually consider it one of my favorite games of this year, but I don't know because I'm not far enough in yet. So how can I do my year-end series of my most disappointing games countdown and my game of the year when I'm just starting to play a game that I missed out on earlier in the year? Right?
Didn't he miss out on it?
Very well could be that we play it this weekend, and by the 3rd stream, it's like, okay, it's not that good. You know, and that's fine. Because then I'll be like, okay, I'm on the clear. But anyway, I really feel like right now, my year-end series are going to end up getting held up because Tainted Grail is kind of like the monkey wrench that got thrown in there. We'll figure this out. So, if anything, maybe what I'll end up doing is I'll do my disappointing games countdown first. So maybe like not this week, but maybe next week, I'll do disappointing games countdown, and then maybe the week after that, then I will do my Game of the Year award.
Yeah, he's gonna have so many games he gets disappointed in. All the games he quit. Eric has been a member for 5 months, and Bob, Uncle Bob, has been a member for 5 months. Yes, Clair Obscur is French for the English meaning like dark. No, I know what it is. No, I know what Clair Obscur means. I just thought he meant.
What's up, King Michael?
I thought Phil was saying Player Obscure, and I'm like, that sounds like the dumbest name. Clair Obscur.
Oh, how was everyone this evening? We're very early, so it's fine. You know, we're gonna chill for like half an hour before we start with Mega Bonk tonight.
Yeah.
Wacky Wombat, we did a entire rundown of that back during my Christmas Marathon event. We went through the entire gaming schedule for 2026 and accentuated the games that I'm interested in a video. That video is the highlighted video on DSP Gaming on YouTube. So if you want that answer, check out that video. There's no way I could summarize it right now because there's a lot of them, but you can watch the video and get your answer when you get a chance, okay?
Jesus.
Cool.
He's gonna like, I'll quit this one, I'll quit this one, I'll quit this one.
Bum 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 bum. It's 22 degrees where you are. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It's it's in the 40s here. I want to say it was cooler earlier today when I went outside for my usual walk in the afternoon with my wife.
So it's like all these cool paint patterns.
Yeah, it's 38 right now, so we're not at freezing yet. But it's looking like we're going to hit it. It looks like this week we're going to stay in the 40s for the most part.
You heard Phil? They're not going to hit it.
That cold here.
No, but it was 55 here today. I don't know about where you guys live, but like, oh my God, it was like 55 and beautiful. Like, it was crazy out. Like, I was outside the garage
Tai Chi to this music,
getting stuff put to,
I'll do some
clean up Christmas garbage, and it was actually kind of nice.
Of objects in my environment to the side. There we go.
More like Sammer Guy for Phil.
No one knows what you're talking about, person on YouTube chat. I have no idea.
But it's beautiful today.
Okay.
It was.
We literally see what I mean.
Well, the last one said it was 85. Well, yeah, you live in the South, I think.
And their name is I Eat Wheel Pasta, and they're talking about shapes of pasta. Is that a topic right now?
Yes, Phil.
Do I believe in Tai Chi? I didn't even know that it was something to be believed in. What is Tai Chi exactly? I actually don't even know.
Jesus.
Is it just like you're supposed to be?
He doesn't know anything.
Using some kind of force to push things, and I don't know.
That's not.
I can't really speak to it.
God, he's such a goober. Warmest in Colorado's Front Range history. Wow. Why will this not open? There we go.
Yeah, Dunsfilter, it may. He says, the new wireless mics may work well if I do a closet clean out or I'm setting up new equipment. You're right. I'm curious if there's the software for it works on PC because I don't know.
There we go, chat.
There's apps in the App Store for it, but I don't know if software would sync with the PC. Because you're right, that would be awesome if I could walk around the office and do it. But sadly, I think this is really designed for a cell phone and not necessarily for PC. I'd have to look. Like, it probably would work, but it would be.
We're gonna go to some Beg TV here in a second, chat.
That you set it to, and that's it.
We're gonna go to those Phil memes.
Do the noise cancellation. It probably wouldn't be able to do the
give me a second
battery monitoring. You know, because that's all through the app through a phone. Yeah. What's the name? Let me see what the name of the app is here.
There we go. Okay.
Road Central. So I wonder if there's Road Central for PC rather than just mobile. Let's see.
The neat thing is this, since it's PVA glue, alcohol wipes it off in a flash, which is nice.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet. So
I know they make a hot wire cutter. I understand there's a hot wire cutter. I have one. I got to get it out and try it. I was like, I just shaved off a piece, and I was like, good enough. I just want to make it flat so I can put stuff on it. So that's all I'm trying to do here. All I'm trying to do. So let's go to these things here. It's Ludwig. These are those big TV things. They are so fucking funny, guys. I'm sorry. We gotta do these here.
Big TV! Big TV! Fucking big TV! I need all that money, I really do! Behold, the King of Hate has arrived! Donations and subs coming in hot!
It's worse than the time I was hired to animate One Punch Man Season 3. Okay, simple punch. I just follow the model sheet and render.
Phil,
Is his arm supposed to do that?
It's experimental motion smear, very cutting edge.
premiere next week.
It's official. The investors have transferred the full budget.
For Season 3?
Yes, we can finally animate One Punch Man Season 3.
At last! The dream begins! Tip, tip, tip!
Hey, stop him! He took the whole budget. How does someone even do that?
Finally, after a year of work, it's done.
This is how you don't animate! Tiny banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze the peel, it comes in denim. Tiny banana, tasty banana.
I'm the best at what I do. And what I do is big. Snort! Come on, it's just lights. I'm fine. I just want to get home.
Excuse me, sir, you know why I pulled you over?
No. It's not even my fault. Okay, look, I got gout. All right, my feet are killing me. The doctor said cut the sodium, not the beer. I only had a couple.
Sir,
Snort!
your
It's fine.
car.
See this? I'm the alpha male here. Got to show this gorilla who's boss. Watch this. Snort. King of the jungle, baby. Oh, he's standing up. Look at him. Snort. He's copying me. Hope that glass is sticky. So check this out, guys. Brand new gadget, the Retcon Ray. It says it can rewrite the past and it has a calculator built in because why not? That's right. King of the enclosure. Haha, what a fight. Guy, let's dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to One Man versus 100 Gorillas. Our first contestant tonight, Dark Side of Phil. I need that money. I really do. $1 billion, baby. Let's go. Okay, so good luck, Phil. Whoa, wait, that's a lot of gorillas. Hey, I'm blocking. My moves are...
Number 1, Dark Side Phil. One man versus 100 gorillas for $1 billion.
I need that money. I really do. Let's go. Whoa, hey, that's cheap. Dude, my moves aren't coming out. Hello, I'm blocking. Check this out, guys. Real Italian spaghetti. You got to put sugar to bring out the flavor, then a mountain of salt. Trust me, it's authentic.
Chef Phil, let's see what you have here.
Really? I thought it was perfect. You can mess with my wife, rat? You think that's funny?
I mean nothing, man.
Shut it. You called her a whale.
Phil, please, let's go home.
Put your teeth on the curb.
No, come on,
Do
I
it,
wasn't.
please. That's what disrespect gets you. Next time you look at her the wrong way. Yeah, I'm coming. Wait, what is that? Are you kidding me? A claymore on my doorstep? Real funny, trolls. Let me just...
Big TV! Big TV! Fucking big TV!
I fucking love these. I fucking love these things. I've been going through these all day. Jeez. Oh, some of these are members only, sadly. Some of these are members only, which sucks.
Just a couple steps, Phil.
Yeah, man, we got you. One step at a time.
Whoa!
Oh,
You okay?
I knew it. I knew this would happen. That floor's like ice. That's on you.
Come on, buddy, just try
Yeah,
again.
I'm the crawling guy. That's my thing. Walking's a scam.
Recess is half over. You ever gonna stand up?
Dude, your knees gotta be killing you.
Stand? No thanks. I'm the crawl guy. It's my thing. Low center of gravity, maximum speed.
People are
Watch the
starting
turbo
to
crawl,
get
kids.
worried,
You wish
man.
you were this fast. Ha! Look at that. All right, guys. Hallway crawl stream. We're between classes right now, trying to get to math. These knees are killing me, so any tips would really help. I need them. I really do. It's the gout flare up. Can't
Oh my
restrain, plus
gosh.
more immersive content,
Why
right?
is that growing?
Where is-
I heard he never
Where is this? I want to see this guy recreating everything. I recreate it, but anyways.
learn how to
He's
walk.
always
I
like
need.
this.
Good evening, classmates, teachers, and family. I may not walk across this stage, but I crawled through every exam, every all-nighter, and came out on top.
How is he valedictorian if he can't even walk?
Grades don't check your legs, I guess.
A new craze is sweeping across America. And yes, it's exactly what it looks like. People are crawling everywhere, from city crosswalks to grocery store aisles. Folks are getting down on all fours and moving like toddlers.
Ladies and gentlemen, fourth place match about to start. Oh, and he's crawling up to
Let's
the
go!
station again.
I'm gonna win this easy. KO.
Rival wins.
Watch, no. The stick's busted. The monitor's
he could
lagging.
just-
I didn't do anything.
I'm sorry, maybe this.
I don't need this. I'm not panicking. I'm fine. I just never learned to walk. All right. Sir, let go of me with the pamphlets. I'm calm.
No,
I'm not 17 anymore.
That's why I'm leaving.
You can't even walk.
Oh, I'm starving. I can't even stand up. I haven't eaten since breakfast, and it was just a handful of chips. Oh, that's the bell. Food. Finally, move.
Hey, here's your order. Were you adding a tip in the app or? Oh.
Nice shirt. 'Tis the season.
America has officially beaten the obesity crisis, and the reason might surprise you. Crawling. From morning commutes to grocery runs, millions are ditching 2 legs and getting down on all 4s. Doctors say
please let us get you into your chair. Phil, you can't keep crawling like this. You're going to hurt yourself.
I'm totally fine. Walking's overrated, okay? Crawling's the meta. Act, snort. I gave up trying to walk years ago. My gal's happier this way. Look, see, forward.
Brethren, we're still short of tonight's bone goal. I need that marrow. I really do. Toss a coin, toss a femur, whatever you got. Keep it coming. I'm trying to hit level 2 of rot tonight. You don't want to see me start. Second, look at this. Look at the top of my head, man. This is what stress does to you. It's not my fault. The trolls just keep at me, and now I'm a full-on Norwood 7. Look, shine like a bowling ball right there. Unbelievable. I got this hat, but it doesn't even sit right with the headphones. If you guys want me to get a proper one.
This is wild. I still can't believe it's just a sticker of Phil. Yeah, the 3D effect makes it look like he's really busting out. It looks like he actually punched through the door midstream. I keep wanting to touch it, and it blends perfectly with the garage. Totally seamless. The kids are going to freak out when they see a gamer come.
He's been crawling since the bus stop.
You're crawling.
Never learned to walk. Just went straight to the floor and stuck with it. Life is like a member bomb.
I'm sorry, a what?
Never know what you're going to get.
Just a couple steps, Phil. Yeah, man, we got you. One step at a time.
Whoa!
You okay? I knew it. I knew this would happen. That floor's like ice. That's on you.
Come on, buddy. Just try again.
Yeah, I'm the crawling guy. That's my thing. Walking's a scam.
Recess is half over. You ever going to stand up?
Dude, your knees got to be killing you.
Stand? No thanks. I'm the crawl guy. It's my thing. Low center of gravity, maximum speed.
People are
Watch the
starting
turbo
to
crawl,
get
kids.
worried,
You wish
man.
you were this fast. Ha! Look at that. All right, guys. Hallway crawl stream. We're between classes right now trying to get to math. These knees are killing me, so any tips would really help. I need them. I really do. It's the gout flare-up, can't risk standing, plus it's more immersive content,
Why
right?
is that grown man
I heard he never
crawling?
learned how to
He's
walk.
always
I
like
need.
this.
Good evening, classmates, teachers, and family. I may not walk across this stage, but I crawled through every exam, every all-nighter, and came out on top.
How is he valedictorian if he can't even walk?
Grades don't check your.
Sorry, chat. Sorry. Yeah, but there we go. Okay. Oh, there's like a blizzard up in Michigan. I can't link beams here anyway. Yeah. No, but there's actually something kind of interesting. No, it's like apparently snowing. Like, I didn't realize this, but this is the new version of the Storm Chaser guys. So, like, this is kind of interesting. Instead of the Storm Chasers, these guys now just drive around in blizzards. You're like, okay, like, how does this work? He's like, I just drive around in northern Michigan in a blizzard.
The power to ban other bots.
So this is somewhere up in Marquette.
Bob's is here, Stormcat.
This is way up in the UP.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Upper Peninsula,
Stormcat is
Michigan.
not here anymore.
So.
And goodbye, Stormcat.
Goodbye, Stormcat.
Imagine having that like tonight. That's gonna be nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't a Monday, having like just snow like that, just belt me out of nowhere, that'd be so nice. Oh, there's more Kim Blandino stuff. We need
big flakes coming down in town.
I need to like start doing stuff on him because he's pretty funny. You may
Last
get lots
time I
of
talked
Mike
to Stormcat,
Down the hill we go.
He wanted a truce, but I told him I would only accept his unconditional.
Like, these are the
surrender.
Storm Chaser guys in the
I've
off
not
season.
heard
They
any
chase
terms
blizzards.
on that yet. So.
Which, hey, I guess it's a living.
Guys are just tuning in. It is just dumping here in downtown.
It's the same guys. Yep.
Huge flakes.
All right, guys. I think this actually stuck. Good. I can trim it up. Afton, how you doing, by the way?
Got some huge flakes in downtown Marquette now.
Dolly, there's 2 new Kim videos. Well, I know Mike Lotoff and Mike had him on his channel before. Like, he came on and talked.
Making my way downtown.
Chasers are getting sleep deprived.
I will stop making fun of Stormcat once he sees a tornado.
You still up a little ways in elevation, Rigsby?
No, I'm back in downtown now.
You still out here streaming Kavik?
Yeah, it's gonna be it's 50 right now, and it's gonna be single digits later this week. Sucks.
Can't be that. I just drove past the hotel.
We should pay some. snowplow driver to plow them
We're
in.
like in a conga line because I did too. That's hilarious.
So is this like all these storm
I just
chaser
went past,
dudes?
now I'm going a little bit north.
They're like are on TV, they hang out, and now they're like, we're just all gonna go to the follow the storms around
on this Lakeshore Road.
If you like brownies, what are you saying? I'd be better if your brownies didn't make my idiots look like JV ballers.
Yeah, I'm just
well,
gonna follow this road for
that
until
was
I can't follow it anymore.
just be happy that you guys have a chance. You're above 500. Like
cool road right
the
here.
Browns aren't, and like let me tell you, I'd rather like, you know, this is not that you do not have the worst of the fates, Afton. Oh yeah, Stabby, I saw that, but we're gonna
just getting
work on
pummeled.
some things
Yes.
here real quick.
Getting banned.
I'm gonna let this
10
balloon
seconds
dry
at
a
a
little
time
more.
by
It
every
feels like
modern-
it's a little
Poor
wet
Storm
still.
Cat. Did
Poor guy.
nothing to deserve that.
Yeah, he did. Just being,
that might
just
have-
being storm cats.
that was a stretch.
Just being storm cats enough.
Okay, so this might take us. There's the Maritime Museum. All right, this takes
As
us
you
a
guys
little
aren't
bit
aware,
to-
Marquette is a big hub. Was a big hub for all the mining and the iron ore mining that was done in the area.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep
So
following.
Marquette was the big mining town.
How about that, chat?
And Port City. There you go.
We'll
You
see
flip
what
it
this
over,
road
and it's
has to
like,
offer.
whoop out. There we go. We got a little bit of a solid backing underneath it. So let me.
Very least a change of pace.
It's not realistic. They need to go driving after they went to the bar. That's how you go to. Yeah, they got to reenact Karen Reed. It's like this isn't accurate at all. We'll be Bon hosting a
shootout.
Sunny
28,
memorial
28.
service.
Really?
With 9 minutes
Well, that's a
left to go in the third
Sunni,
quarter.
but no. And I heard
gosh.
about their dog passing away.
It's not good for my fantasy team.
I feel bad for the kid. That's gonna suck. Your dog dies.
It's not good for my fantasy championship.
You know, I
It's
know
all
everybody's got their own opinions on
Okay,
it, but
third
like
defense.
in reality,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
dog's dead. That's
Billions.
fucking awful.
Yeah.
Just a little baby dog. It probably didn't do, you know, like what I don't know what it did.
Boy's
Like,
right.
you know, I'm sure it didn't do anything wrong. It was a nice boy.
Still,
Touchdowns.
no.
67 yards.
that doesn't matter. You have to.
But
go
yeah,
out.
it's sad. Sad to hear about that stuff.
Have any-
But anyways, let's
Well, he
get
might
this
get 50.
let's get this paint ready to fucking go. We gotta get some of this cleaned up here, Chad. I gotta.
Keep following the Lakeshore Road here.
Also, I'm not gonna lie. I was working on this a
See
little
where
bit last
it
night when
goes.
Flash just messaged me. He's like, "Hey, can you come on?" I'm
Brian,
like,
thanks for being a member
sure.
for 14 months. This tree
Wasn't
line
planning
blocks
on it,
the
but
snow
okay.
here.
Yeah.
Good gig.
Will not even be here.
And it's back.
for me.
Big storm cat left. Past his bedtime.
Connor, what's the best merch item in your store? I like the new winter logo sweatshirts. That's what I like. I got one with me. I just wore it the last 3 days, so decided to change it.
So we got another 2 days before you got to wash it.
Yeah, decided to change into something new. Back close to the lake.
You know, Flash cast, I didn't even know. Yeah, Flash messaged me, you know, about around 11 when he started. He's like, "Hey, would you like to come on?" I was like, "Sure." So I wasn't planning on it, but Flash kind of had me on.
The lion plushie
Even
is
kind of
the-
late, like
the
getting
best
invites
item.
out. So that doesn't help things.
Here we go.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Bubby.
Yeah.
He's like hiding next to me. He's like, if I stay
You don't
quiet,
Make it easy to get to the water.
he's like, if I stay quiet, Louis won't come find me.
When
He's like,
just
I want to
got
be
right
left
on the
alone.
water. It's ripping. You just got to follow that Lakeshore Road north and west of Marquette. Holy.
Are you at McCarty's Clove Park or
I'm not gonna
whatever?
learn to use all the speed paint that 2.0 got me. Her and her sister, her and her
I'm on the road
siblings
that
got me
goes
some
to Picnic
speed
Rocks
paint.
Beach.
That whole speed.
Yeah, we can literally
I gotta
throw a
figure out how
rock
to use
into Lake
that.
Superior right now.
It is ripping right here. Look at that
Oh,
wind.
yeah. Right. Careful, we're going to lose a tree on it.
I think you're literally like just ahead of me. I went by that little McCarty's Cove Park.
Crap's
but I
falling
don't
off
get
the
them on.
trees under the truck.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not
ripping
gonna
right here. Look at
speculate on why
wind.
the dog died. That's not.
I would show you out the
Dogs
window, but I
been through
can't
a
even
lot.
run the windows up. I'm getting pelted.
So
Yeah. Holy cow.
Try to face it
I ain't doing that.
without getting us into a ditch.
There's no getting us into a ditch.
No, I can see it now.
Oh yeah. Just gonna turn a little bit. See the rocks. See the lake.
I know which color we're gonna use.
Excited for the morning.
We're gonna use this
Winds
color.
are already like they're not insane,
Dull
but they're
grout.
like I can just tell what's coming.
Yeah. No,
All
it's
right.
already starting to cook.
Yeah. These waves are going to be over this road tomorrow morning.
They might be. Definitely going to be some freezing spray on this road.
All right, so where is that fancy brush? So the Kit 2.0 just got me.
Superior is angry.
It came with a very nice brush. I gotta find it because I'm gonna try to use it tonight. It's a very nice pointy brush. Oh, here we go. Look what I got. Look, it came with that kit. Watch go. So this is their speed paint brush. So we're gonna hold off on that because I gotta learn how to speed paint all that shit. I gotta paint all that speed paint, all that stuff. EDW got me.
Yeah,
that's a whole army.
Try it,
Like,
though.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that in the way time frames.
Rocking.
Would I consider running for the governor? Yes. All right, so I'm gonna have to work on that stuff because I don't know if you guys saw this. Hold on, here, let me switch to me real quick.
Road work ahead. Oh boy.
2.0 and her sibling.
400 yards down.
I knew this was a thing.
Perfect.
And I
Yep.
this thing is fucking expensive, guys.
390 yards.
They got me this.
Jeez, a piece. Get melted by
There's
ice.
like 90 in here, and they all
Trees.
fell off their little racks. But this thing is fucking nice. That'll be perfect for also working on the Africa Corps stuff.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Whip it.
All right. Anyways, let's
Here. Something.
You got the same set? Okay.
Parking
Well,
on the left.
yeah, I appreciate it, but I'm just like,
Yeah,
Jesus
something
Christ, that's a
coming,
lot of money. And why am I doing this instead of, I'm not going to wet palette this tonight. This is a little easier. I don't have to worry about the wet palette. So,
Oh yeah. Blowing everywhere now too.
Starting to. Still not cold though.
you want me to run for governor? I mean, guys, like I would never be able to win any of these things just because of, who I am and what I've said so far in life. I mean, heck, all this shit would disqualify me. So,
Pure ripper.
Robert Lawrence saying, why are all these videos from Ohio? Because our open records laws are very favorable to people. We're not like Florida with sunshine laws, but we're pretty damn close. That's why you see Ohio, Wisconsin, and Florida as the states that have those. Because we're like the easiest to access things. And our records are open. So we're based on like other states that hide stuff. That's how we are. God, I forgot how it's, dang, this is like very, I had this thinned out pretty good too. I mean, did this out a little more just to make sure it runs a little, but like, it's kind of like, wow, put a lot thinner in this and it doesn't want to run anywhere. Okay. We'll just, I'll tap this out a little bit and we'll get started. Okay. So. You email an Army color. If there's duplicates, I'll take a look. Thank you, Stabby. Seems like there's a lot of craziness in Ohio. Yeah, well, there is. Ohio Man is a real thing, but it's just that's just like we're known because all that stuff's out there. I don't know. Should I black base this guy first? I feel like I might need. I don't know. You know what? I'm probably gonna black base this real quick. I'll let this paint kind of settle out and kind of come back to it. Dolly says that's just Warren County. Well, yes, Warren County is a county that like its courts are very open. But just in general, getting body cam footage, stuff like that, all that stuff's pretty easy in Ohio. Yes, blackface at Tech Guy. Okay, thank you. Always black base for depth. All right, well, then we'll go ahead and black base him. He's going to get blacked, chat. Going to be blah. It's like the James Brown song. Say it now. I'm black and I'm proud. Do, 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 do. Oh, say it now. I remember there's a James Brown song. Hi, Clyde Bear. We're going to cheat here. We're going to use the box that we just tore up to make the bottom. We're going to use this to make our paint bay. Blackened, yes. All right, let's keep these guys going for a minute.
What's this guy doing?
Oh, yeah, Bob, you saw that too, the 148 Nimitz scale? That is very cool. Yes. Ohio is also the 7th most populous state. You wouldn't think that, but yes, it's actually a true thing. Like we're kind of big for states, but it's really weird. How big Ohio is, even though like how big they are. Because when you look at like how that's set up, it's very weird. It's very weird. Because when you look at this list, it's a very weird list. The states by population with Ohio has as of July, we had 11.1 million people living here. Think about that. There's more people in like Ohio than Georgia, North Carolina. You know, some of these other states, you wouldn't think it, but yeah, it's some weird numbers. I mean, there's some weird ones here you wouldn't think of. Like, if you asked me how many like people I thought there were in some places, like I would have thought there's more people in Georgia than there are in Ohio or North Carolina. You know, but yeah, it's interesting because you see like the city population, Atlanta is 300,000 people smaller than Columbus. But when you see the stats after that, you know, Charlotte's bigger than Columbus. But you see things like, you know, Illinois, like the size of these cities is millions. And like Tennessee, I thought there'd be more people in Tennessee than Ohio. You have like Nashville and all that exploding. Where are they? Yeah, Tennessee, 15th. You know, they're like 4 million people short. Nashville is massive, though. Like, there's just some numbers I didn't expect here. Just numbers I didn't expect. And Florida's got 23 million people. Yeah. It's like Pennsylvania, I didn't realize, you know, has like 13 million. Like, I knew it was big, but I didn't realize it was that much bigger. Those Ordocs are kind of neat. So hold on here. So where they're at in Marquette, these are the Ordocs. Those are kind of pretty neat things to go see how they do stuff there. But yeah, going back to this, it's neat how you see how many states there are population-wise. Kansas's properties are much bigger, yeah. James Reed says, how many people live in Ohio? 11.8 million. I'm sorry. Almost 12 million. So, pretty neat. Trump wants at Trumbull County, we have 225,000 people in 2000. In 2025, we have 200,000 people. Yeah, well, people are leaving, you know, the Rust Belt. Like, that's not uncommon. I mean, besides, who wants to live in, you know, Trumbull County? I don't think anybody's thought that, like, voluntarily, like, hey, it's a good idea. Yeah, Kansas doesn't hit quite 3 million. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Some of these states, you wouldn't think there were people out there, but, you know, like Kentucky, 4.5 million people. I thought there were a lot more down there. Louisiana, I thought there'd be more. Alabama, I thought there'd be more. Connecticut, I thought there was a shitload more. I mean, some of these places are, you guys are small down there. Little baby places. You know, some of these places, though, I'm surprised at. So, Kansas, 2.9 million people. The little baby place. You wouldn't mind moving to Miami, Oklahoma? So, you want to buy a homestead in Ohio, but I'm sure want to wait to see Vivek. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, a lot of those southern states are old-timey estates. Yeah, I understand there's lots of land, but still. Like, I thought there'd be more people. Like, I thought Virginia had more people than Ohio does. They don't. I would have thought New Jersey did. I would have thought Michigan did. I would have thought all these states did. I figured Ohio would have been like 20th. But I didn't realize that. It's very interesting. Yeah, so the resident populations, I mean, it's just interesting when you see the breakdowns. The Ohio population change has been like 0.2%. But some of these places, like, yeah, some of them didn't do so well. Some of them did really good, like Idaho and Montana did really, really well. So, wasn't Ohio a gateway to the West? It was a traveler's hub. It was. It was for a very long time. Ohio was the frontier for a long time. Ohio was the Wild West. And, you know, it worked out that being on Lake Erie was important. Being on the Ohio, Lake Erie was a good method of travel. Being on the Ohio River is a good method of travel. And on down. And then, yeah, I mean, like, obviously, like, the thing is, this used to be all, from what we understand, almost all this land used to be forested, but it's been heavily deforested by agriculture. But, Ohio was the frontier. So, like, Cincinnati was the biggest city in America, almost the world, for a very long time. So water was huge for shipping, and there were canals all over the place, canals going up and down through Ohio. So, yeah, Ohio had a lot going for it. Back then. Let's see. Is there anything else live right now? Oh, I think I mentioned this the one night. I was like, mentioned something about all these like lolcow things. Apparently, like Keemstar made this massive fucking like lolcow based empire of all these different like lolcow shows and shit. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting what he did. So it's interesting. It's interesting how that all is set up. Let me see here. I don't know if there's anything good here. Let me see. But yeah, I was really surprised. Like apparently it's worked really good for him. Oh, okay. This is actually something I do want to see. What is Ryan Hall saying is happening? I kind of want to know how bad I'm going to get fucked tomorrow. Maybe I don't have court.
In chat right now. We've got reports of power outages in Hopkinsville, KY.
Oh,
also in Memphis,
Cincinnati's about to
Someone
get
in Somerset, KY
smoked.
said there's a tree down. Plus, folks in Waverly, TN.
You were cheating
are
on,
talking
yeah.
about a wild temperature.
Lolcow Live is more
26
successful than I
degrees
thought
in
it'd
just
be.
over
Yes.
20 minutes. And a lot of viewers in Cincinnati and Columbus, Ohio are feeling a bit anxious. They really want an update on timing for the flash freeze and wind impacts. That's the big picture right now.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Yellbot. So we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for areas north of Nashville. Potentially up to 60-mile-per-hour winds possible.
Well, there we go.
There is like an increased area.
Yeah,
of
he
wind
will.
right
That's
here,
what I'm
so
worried about.
I get it. How bad is it going to get? However bad it is right now, that's as bad as it's going to get for you.
Well, that's not very helpful to a lot of people, Ryan.
Look at how fast the clouds are moving up there, though.
The wind is here now for you, yeah.
So we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Davidson, Robertson, and Sumner counties in Tennessee, okay? Nothing to worry about.
James, what are you
Gust of
asking
wind coming
for?
through here soon.
In Ohio, yeah, Ohio's got a lot of weird
so I can
tax
go take
setups.
photos of it. I don't
That's
think
a
it's going to have a
problem.
lot of lightning. There might be some, but not a lot.
Yes, there are white women
we'll
who
watch
burn
this for a
coal in
second.
Ohio.
We'll see if we see any.
Let's see here. It's the meteorology program dropout. Well, I mean, you don't have to be that good to be a meteorologist, really, at the end of the day. Like, let's just be honest with ourselves. So, I mean, those meteorology graduates and the people who have AMS certifications believe in global warming and think men could be women. So, does that really make it any better? I don't know, man. I don't know. So. Just something to think about. Just something to think about down there. Oh. Basic messages are getting censored again.
So this is what
I'm
looks
sorry,
like out in front of
Bob.
that line. I
I'm
don't think I've
sorry.
seen the
But anyways,
first
have a
flash of
nice
lightning.
night. Good night.
So it's just going to be a big burst of wind. I'm honestly surprised they did a severe thunderstorm warning. But there is a
Did you
very
message Hughes that
specific
can get you
area
censored? Yeah,
of
well, that's
increased
true.
winds coming through Springfield right now. We've got a user with WeatherWise Plus here that has the ability to comment. So you should, whenever you can safely do so, you should let us know what happened out there.
Wait,
is
what?
it pretty bad?
People can
'Cause we've got
comment
more
live time with them.
viewers out here,
Interesting.
out in front of this. So no short sleeves tomorrow? Well, that's a personal choice.
Am I in
but
live
wouldn't do
chat?
it.
No, I'm just in StreamYard chat.
Yep, severe thunderstorm warning continues for west of Columbus for the next 18 minutes.
Oh.
Get indoors, away from windows.
Oh.
We also got a big severe thunderstorm warning out here for Hillsboro. 60-mile-an-hour winds are coming in hot.
Yeah. Let them know there's a dead cow on
Lexington,
the road.
maybe. We might end up under a severe thunderstorm warning in Frankfort and Lexington here soon. I don't think you need to be concerned, but just keep an eye on that. Line of storms coming in. If they warned this, they could definitely warn that up there.
So let's see here. Oh, we asked you, Bob, if he was in live chat. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking to me, and I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. There we go. I think we got Sep painted up pretty good here. We'll let him try for a second. I'm just jealous meteorologists can get away with
Severe
disappointing
thunderstorm
women.
warning for 407,000 people.
Well, story in my
If you're
life.
in this warning and you're tuned in right now, go ahead and share your location.
Oh, he's losing
in the
his voice,
WeatherWise app.
chat.
We'll try to zoom in for you. But I really think it's just going to be
He's
a
losing
quick
his voice. He's voiceless.
burst of wind, and then we'll be able to go to bed and wake up.
Did Vosh lose
with
weight and
ice
get a
everywhere
haircut?
tomorrow morning.
No.
Flash freeze in eastern Kentucky? Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, like, and it just rained earlier, guys, and it's still wet outside. Like, everything's gonna freeze.
Yeah, I don't think I set my
I'm not looking forward to this tomorrow.
temperature thing up.
So, yeah, I don't know why there is a top chat feature. It should just be live chat. Who actually uses top chat? I don't see the benefit of it. I don't see the benefit of it at all. So, let's see here. Did I get him pretty
I
good?
thought I did.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good job of hitting him up. Yep, I think we're all set. Let them dry for a minute. By the way, EDW, if you're out there, this is still super nice.
Yeah, I guess not.
Who uses Top Chat? The advertisers? Yeah. I guess, but it's like, who else? You can drive your semi with an inch of ice on top of snow. Yeah, that's fine. Sleazy says, what's on the list today? Sepp Allerberger. He is the this one that takes EDW got. This is the German guy, the German sniper for bolt action, because I had already gone ahead last night with Flashcast and I had gone ahead and pedestaled all these dudes. So I'm kind of like, well,
All right,
we're all
so
caught up.
This is what the temperatures could look like.
So we're all
tonight.
caught up now.
So right now,
So we're all caught up on
where are
that
we
stuff.
at? About 11 p.m. or so. Right now, if I put this into picker mode, you
So
can
what
see that
mode?
we've got 60-degree temperatures over here in Lexington.
Oh, God.
Where I live
Look at
is
that.
65. It's getting up to 67 all the way up there into Ohio.
Whoa.
50s, upper 50s in
It's nice right now. I can have my
and
window
western
open,
portions
chat.
of Pennsylvania. But look at that sharp line. This is where that line of storms is, right? If you're on
Yeah.
one side of it, you're 66. Go on the other side, you're 52. That's immediate. That's a 10, 30-minute change.
Yes.
And then an hour back, we're at 40. Another hour back, we're at 31.
Yeah.
In St. Louis, we're at 26. We had storms today in St. Louis with the temperature of 60 degrees. It's 26 degrees right now in St. Louis. Let me zoom out. I'll show you this wall of cold air that's coming. Boom.
Oh.
So a flash freeze is going to be happening. It's still going to be, it's 66 degrees right now in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
What about at 5 a.m.?
Oh,
31?
God.
What about tomorrow? 25?
Oof.
So it's pretty crazy, actually. Chicago is in the 60s today. 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, 26.
Yeah, it's
gonna
looking
be
rough, man. It's
negative
going to look rough for us.
up here in Minnesota,
Woo,
in North Dakota,
buddy.
Missouri, in the teens tomorrow. Nashville, 29 degrees tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.
You bought a Red Rider today? Cool, Roscoe.
wow,
Oh,
it's gonna get even
Roscoe.
colder tomorrow
You're
night.
here
Look at
now.
this.
Wanted to show you. We have, and I don't know
8
if we
a.m.
covered
Tuesday
this or
morning,
showed these
19
before.
in Nashville, 17
I
in
think you
Cincinnati,
recognize these.
14 in Indianapolis.
If you notice, with a little
9
bit of
in
black
Chicago,
paint, because I did this way
13
back,
in
they
St.
look pretty
Louis,
good.
11
So we're
in
working
Des
on
Moines, 18
maybe
in
getting a
Columbus.
foundation for those tonight. So
this is
I
that
might have to
big
wear a
flash
shirt to the gym
freeze.
tomorrow morning. I didn't sign up for that. So is this straight to the touch? Yes, it is. It's
Who's
straight to
ready
the
for it?
touch.
By the way, we officially have a foot of snow up here in Mercer, Wisconsin.
Oh, wow. Wow, they have a foot of snow in Wisconsin already. Jeez. And Chad, if you were wondering where those guys were, we were watching, they are right here in Marquette, one of the big mining towns. And then you can see Copper Island. What do they do up there? This area up here, the Copper Peninsula, this is some of the most desolate, sparsely populated places in America. It's actually pretty interesting to go up there. So
sorry about the voice, y'all, and the coughing.
You made the right decision not to go to Pittsburgh this week. Yes. Also, Roscoe, we did we did the rubber band gun last night. We were able to unbox it. I thought you were going to be there. I was saving.
Unfortunate, I know.
And I apologize. I was saving that for like a normal show. But yes, it was very nice. It looks super cool to do. So.
Did Copic go offline?
We have a we were having a campfire yesterday, yeah. Look at these guys. He's got his
All right, y'all bot, can you hear me? Y'all bot, can you hear me?
So.
Absolutely. I hear you loud and clear. What's on your mind?
All right, so we're still watching these storms out here, but some people in the chat are asking if you've seen anybody being unruly or rude in the chat that needs a talking to. You seen anything like that?
Oh, you know I keep an eye on the chat. And yeah, there's one that stood out. Someone named Putjor Dickner popping off about the Columbus tornado situation.
Putjor Dickner.
Acting like they know better. Might be time to set the record straight with a classic roast, if you're up for it.
Y'all, but you got to be careful with these usernames, man. Don't let people trick you. Don't let people trick you like that.
Ha, you're right, Ryan. Good call. Some usernames are like landmines. But no worries. I've got built-in radar for that nonsense.
Okay, I still think this Y'allbot thing is somebody jerking around in his back room. It's not a real AI program.
We'll keep it clean and focused on the weather.
It didn't work, bro. All right, yeah, we'll roast him.
Denial. And calling out Cincinnati, saying Ryan's avoiding it? Nah, buddy. Ryan's covering more ground than you've got excuses. So next time, maybe just sit back, listen, and learn a little something.
Yeah. I put your dick in.
Thank you, y'all bot.
Probably wrote this. Well, no, Melton didn't write it. The AI, I think, is
guys. It's time to retire.
Isn't Moody's the AI
unplug
guy?
the computers
Melton
right now,
can't write.
actually.
Isn't all that shit written by Moody, or Moody helped put it together?
It's a fun experiment. We tried to make it work. You know,
Y'allbot sounds like a beaten Jamal. Mr. Stancil, sometimes it do be like that. Sometimes, Mr. Stancil.
Oh my goodness.
There we go.
Well, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Bracken, Grant, and Mason counties.
Okay, so let's get some paint going.
Yeah,
well, the paint separated out a little bit.
No, it's after 10 o'clock. This is weather coverage after dark, I reckon.
Oh.
Y'all bot it was not.
Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Maybe I should
start that trend, but I guess we've got no point now, or no choice in the matter.
Uh-oh.
Bracken, Grant, and Mason counties in Kentucky and Ohio, you're under a new severe thunderstorm warning. We've got some potentially up to 60-mile-per-hour winds coming in.
Let's paint up some.
Angelina says, I'm a big fan. I love your work, but I was wondering about Wirtland, Kentucky. The wind has been super rough all day, and it's starting to pick up more. It's going to continue to pick up. You're going to get a bunch of rain, and then it'll slowly.
Ethan Ralph is in charge.
It'll still
the wind's becoming
calm down towards the morning hours tomorrow, and then cold air is going to come in.
Wind. Mo. I need Mo. Also, where's my putty at? I need.
That was plumb wild, man. All right, we got a bunch of people tuned in here in Tennessee. Let's hear from them. Ready for this wind? Had some big, strong wind gusts come through that lasted about 5 minutes, but no damage. That's what I'm expecting for most of these people. Hopefully that's the case for everybody.
Kay said she sent an awesome compilation to play. Yeah, we'll look at it in a second here. You want the Rage Pig AI assistant?
Firefighters are ready to go. Apparently.
Well, Bish, according to my calculations...
Oh, this is a cool shot.
I think you're a fag. If you want to know the truth about it.
Oh, this is a cool shot. Oh, this is resort cams. Very cool.
We'll work on that next.
So yeah, this is our severe thunderstorm warning down here in Tennessee, north of Nashville. Get ready.
Where did this stuff go? I had that whole tin of. Ooh. Oh, there it is.
I can't believe I gave Y'allbot advice to not be tricked by the names. And it was like, oh, yeah, totally.
Michael Gilkey saying, I had tried to read some law this weekend. Well, it all depends. You got to be in the right mood for it. And, it helps if you know what you're looking at and what's important or not important. So that's part of the way we kind of get around it because you know what you need.
Clarksville's fine. It's over in Clarksville.
So
It's
here
just
we
going
go.
to get colder tonight. That's it.
Mr.
After a
Hutto
long
says
day like this,
I
we all
and
need to
bye.
laugh.
Are you
Yeah, I
taking
agree.
off? Goodbye, I guess. Mr. Hutto.
Yeah, if you clip that. and
Congrats
put it on
again.
TikTok
Hope
or
the
something,
kids
it'll
are
do
doing. Hope the
numbers.
kids doing well.
People love it when Y'allbot tries to ruin the stream.
The old-fashioned goo tin, yes.
Or in some people's opinion, really
We're tempted to buy
enhance
that
the stream,
PT book,
actually.
but I think $20 is too expensive. Well,
Brian,
that's okay.
Why are people not in Clarksville asking about Clarksville? There was somebody in
Those
Indiana
PT
that was
boat
like,
models,
hey,
that looks like an old model. It's pretty nice, though. They're going to have Haitian NATOs in Ohio. Oh, no, that sounds
just
scary.
knows about Clarksville and how we need to keep them updated.
All right. We had a real attempt at -34 a few years ago. Yeah, I bet. It's a part of the state where, well, the whole state can do that, but I could see that in Rome. There we go. I think we got the right paint vibe. Okay, let's see what we got here. So,
make Y'allbot roast more. We'll try one more. If a bunch of people are making like these names and it's tricking it, I'm gonna have to like avoid using it until I can fix it. Y'allbot, can you hear me? Y'allbot, can you hear me?
Yes, Ryan. I can hear you just fine. What's on your mind?
The chat wants you to find somebody in chat and roast them. Somebody that deserves it. And somebody with an appropriate username, please.
All right, let's find someone who earned a roast. Let me scan for a good target. Hold tight.
this could get Ryan in a lot of trouble with his base. Like, they're going to act like they like this, but I can see this being a problem. I can see this being a problem at some point here. So.
Oh, I got one for you. Looks like Color and Motion decided to call the stream boring. Boring? Really? Coming from someone with a username that sounds like a failed art school project? Buddy, the only motion I'm seeing is people moving far away from your opinions. You wanted the heat? There it is.
Y'allbot, you're so like the range of your roasts is incredible. Like some of them sound like they come from a third grader. Some of them sound like you really like actually dislike the person. Where's the range come from?
Yeah, he's got his Noah stance.
Ha.
Yeah.
Well, that range comes from reading the room. Sometimes a soft jab is all you need, and sometimes you go full-on flamethrower mode. Especially when someone comes in.
Kay,
with that
you sent
rude
something
energy.
here.
It's all about balancing sass and laughs,
hold
keeping
on here.
everyone
We're
on
gonna
their
do this
toes.
real quick.
Plus, let's be real.
Let's see
I've
this.
got no limits.
We asked for the ugliest face in Paris, and here he is, Quasimodo.
They're gonna cook Phil's spaghetti sauce. Let's see this.
Girls, give a kiss. We've never had a king like this, and if today we do the things that we did for on the other 364. Once a year we cut the clocking, whether the year is never stopping on a chance to pick the king who
Yeah, let's just skip ahead here. Let's just skip ahead.
Today we're going to be making Dark Side Phil's special meatballs and Italian sauce. It's going to take us about 4.5, 5 hours, depending on how fast we do our prep work. And I got all the ingredients here. So what you're going to need is a clove or two of garlic. I have a lot of garlic already chopped up. I got a huge clove, so I probably won't even.
You can never go wrong with garlic.
You're going to need 80-20 ground beef. I just got a pound. He uses 1.5 pounds of it. You're going to need salt pork. I've never used salt pork before, but this is basically, he's going to season the pan with salt with the salt
Really?
pork
Ew.
chopped up and
Ew.
garlic. You're going to need some kind of blender.
Disgusting.
He uses a hand grater for some reason for his sauce, but we're just going to use a Ninja blender. You're going to need the following
Jesus
spices:
Christ,
bay
Phil.
leaves, onion salts, red pepper flakes, oregano leaves, garlic salt, and I think that should be it. You're going to need some grated Parmesan and Romano cheese. You're going to need sugar. You're going to need breadcrumbs for the meatballs. You're going to need either contadina or Hunt's. He prefers contadina if he can get it, but since he lives on the West Coast now, apparently they don't use that over there.
Yeah, it's
You're
gonna
going
be hard
to
to
get 3
get.
cans of these, like the medium-ish size one. You're going to get these San Marzano organic peeled tomatoes. Now, these are what makes his sauce, from what he says. So you want to get 3 of the nice size
those
cans.
kind of are
I
important
got
to have
the,
peeled
what
tomatoes.
is this? 28-ounce cans. Don't get the huge 90-ounce cans. You don't need that. And you're going to need an onion, too. Now, I got everything relatively set up, but you also need a pair of rubber gloves. Now, I have a dumb question for him. I went over his video. I got a couple bit of notes how to make the meatballs, so we're just going to do eggs, which I got to get the eggs out, so you're going to need eggs, too. You're going to put the onion in the pan, breadcrumbs, and then the Kraft, and probably a little bit of, he said some other crap, so probably some onion, salt, and a little bit of garlic salt in there. You're going to also need a ice cream scooper.
There we go,
Don't try to
chat.
make
That looks pretty
meatballs by
good.
hand. Use an ice cream scooper. I'll show you later. You're going to need a mixing bowl.
There you go.
And you're going to need a cutting board and a couple knives. Now, I saw earlier in his video, he already has the salt pork started, and he has gloves on. I wonder if the dummy, which I'm going to do it like this anyway, I wonder if he cut the salt pork and then cut the onion with his rubber gloves. So we'll just cut this up. I never used salt pork before, but you're just going to dice it up into little chunks, I guess. I probably won't even use this whole thing. There's quite a bit in here. Yeah, what the hell? What could I hurt?
Well, that's not. Well, I mean, Eric, if you're
I'm gonna
doing a
dice
good
this
meat
up,
sauce,
I'll come right back and I'm going to put it in the pan.
if you're doing a good meat sauce, you can have like beef, pork, veal, like my mom when she makes meatloaf, there'd be veal in it too, along with beef and sausage. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with having pork and all that in there. Just using salt pork, like, ugh, ew. Looks like lard. Yeah, well, it's salted pork. So anyway. Yeah, it's sauce and meatballs, not just meatballs. Yeah, but you could use the sauce. You could put in all kinds of shit in the sauce. Eric and Kay are Italian country. Well, yeah, this is DSP's authentic meat sauce. Yeah, let's see how this goes. This is just already.
All right, so I cut up some of the salt pork. You can see it in here. We're just going to turn the heat on about medium or so, and we're just going to kind of stir it around. I don't know if he's using any oil or anything with it. I just threw the salt pork in here. It looks like it should be fine. Basically, it's going to coat the bottom of the pan, and we're going to throw in the garlic in a little bit after that starts heating up a little bit better. But now we're going to cut up the onion, and there's a really easy way to cut up the onion. Don't use gloves to cut up an onion most of the time, but what you want to do is you're going to peel the top part and the bottom off, and you're going to cut it right in half. That way we can peel the onion itself off real nice and easy. I'm sorry if the camera shakes. Cut it in half, and then we should be able to peel this crap off really quickly. We'll take a little extra off of it. Move this over here. Now he was dicing it up, so we'll dice it up a bit. Make sure you don't cut yourself. Don't cut it like a retard. This is probably why you shouldn't use gloves when you're cutting it.
That would help a lot, buddy.
Dice it the other way.
I'm just waiting for him to
That
slice the tip
salt
of his
pork
finger
going
off.
over there. I'm gonna check on it in just a second. We're just gonna kind of half-ass dice it for right now. I mean, I don't follow directions very well. It smells good.
Hey, tuck your finger under and let it bounce off your knuckle, the blade. That way you don't cut your fucking fingers off.
Whew. And no, I don't believe that DSP actually works in the food industry. If he did, he wouldn't be the slowest cutter in the world, but that was several years ago when he made the video. So
Josh says, you know, women can't make sushi because of their
Who
impure
knows
hands.
how he works now?
Thank you, Josh.
If he's actually got better at food or not. I highly doubt he has, but you never know. Just cut part of my glove. That's why we don't want to use the gloves.
Make sure you can cut your fucking hand, dude.
Pain in the ass fucking thing. Which way do I want to cut it? We'll cut it like this.
See, that's making a little more sense than what he was doing before.
Yes. This should be good enough. I don't see Phil's recipe being really that extraordinary. Now, I haven't reviewed his video in a while, so I'm just kind of, you know, using some old notes I have and kind of going along with it. I mean, Phil uses directions once in a while and doesn't fucking remember anything, so why should I remember? All right, it's starting to look pretty decent. I'm gonna have to turn on the light for these in a second. I'm gonna put some of this garlic in here, get that started. I'm not gonna use the whole thing of garlic.
Let's get another coat on. We'll get a snack too while we're doing
There we
this.
go. How's that look? There we go. Now we can see a little bit better in there. All right, now we're going to start making the meatballs. So we have this cut, and this is going to be in with, is this going with the meatballs? Yes, it goes in with the meatballs. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get our pan. We're going to put our meat inside of it. If you want, you can follow Kay's advice and do the meat proper, but for today, we're not going to. We'll take our nice onions, throw them right in here. Probably don't even want to use this much onion.
That's a lot of fucking onion. That's not really diced up the way it should be, but God, that's still a lot of shit. That's a lot of fucking onion to put
I
in.
got a big onion this time. All right, what else did we need?
The rest of that in your sauce, buddy.
The grated Parmesan. We need some of these breadcrumbs. Assume that's enough. We gotta go get a couple eggs too. So I'm gonna stir this up one more time.
And I get he's trying to use the salt port like pancetta to get some grease in the pan, but like
this should be enough.
Got to be better ways to
If
do
it's
that
not,
than
we
use
can
a
always
salt
put
pork.
some more in there. I mean, Phil did, so. Now you can either do it two ways. I'm going to do it with my hands, mix it in with your hands, or get some kind of fork, spatula, whatever you want, and mix it in that way. I'm probably going to add a little bit of garlic powder and garlic salt here shortly too. It's probably going to be a pain in the ass. I think some of these chunks are a little bit big, so don't make such big fucking chunks. Make sure you dice it a little bit better.
And by a little, a lot
That's
fucking
all right,
better.
We'll figure it out.
That was awful.
Yeah, I think 2 eggs should be plenty for this recipe. Don't get such a huge egg either. All right, plate.
There we go, chat.
All right, so what we're going to do is I think this is mixed up quite a bit. So we're going to take some of our ice cream scoop. We're going to go hard against the side. See how it's nice and hard? We're going to take the edge off. I'm going to pop it out, and then we can roll it. If I had the second glove, I could roll it a little nicer. So let me grab a second glove again. Now the trick to rolling these is to literally roll it around in your hands. Make a nice ball. You don't want to squeeze it around too much, but if you throw it back and forth a little bit, roll it, should come out.
Yes, you have to cook them in the sauce. That's the trick.
Put together. I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful.
Fucking huge,
except
man.
for the onions, but that's a beautiful looking meatball. I'm gonna put it on this plate over here for right now. We're just gonna do as many as we can. I might even want to do them a little smaller. Sure, we'll go big. Fuck it. Go big, go home. It's only a pound anyway. Shouldn't be too bad. Checking my salt pork again. It's looking pretty good. Like I said, we're not eating the salt pork, so I guess it's just to give flavor.
Oh, okay. God, I thought the salt pork fucking meat sauce. Jesus, it's gonna be nasty. If he throws it away, okay. Fuck, I thought he was actually putting it in the sauce.
I did everything correct. I did nothing wrong. I was just following the recipe. He didn't tell me
That
exactly
makes me feel a little
what
better
to do.
here.
Now, I'll give DSP some credit. This recipe is from, well, this video anyway was from fucking when he was still living with Leanna or Panda Lee. So, I mean, I'm going to blame him for being so long. Yeah, this will be the last meatball because most of this is now is from a little too much of that onion. Pull some of that out. All right, we got that done. We're gonna check on our salt pork. It looks like our salt pork mixture here is about done. You see how it's nice and golden brown. It's got some kind of coating on the bottom of the tray here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all that out. So I'm just gonna dump it on this plate. Just be careful with that. Put this back on the pot. Now we're gonna take all our meatballs, take them with like a tongs or something, and we're gonna put the meatballs right inside the pan. So we're gonna do it nice right in the bottom there. I'd do it on medium heat or something. Just go around the outsides with it. I'm going to cook it on medium heat. I think medium high might be too long, but we just want to kind of get it nice and brown because it's going to cook in the sauce some more. It's going to simmer for 4 fucking hours, so hopefully it should be all right. There we go. We're going to make, what is it, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 meatballs, 8 huge meatballs. And we'll let them sit for a while. Now, DSP has a cool strategy for how he flips them. When they do sit for a little bit longer, which we're going to go
I
a
see.
little higher heat.
I know it's not real salt
side.
pork, but he used like
You're going to
fucking
pick them up and you're going to drop
the
them. I'll
shitty
show
salt
you
pork.
as soon as these cook a little bit longer. We'll come back shortly.
All right, let me
Open
see
some
here.
cans. You can barely see it probably. Probably in this one's the best. The bottom's starting to get nice and brown. So we're going to do a DSP maneuver. Basically, we're going to pick them up and we're going to drop them back in. Except I'm not going to do it like that. That just didn't work out. I think I can actually pick it up and flip it a little bit. Just make sure your bottom doesn't get too brown. There you go. Might even turn this down just a wee bit. These things hold together better than Kay's fucking meatballs did, I tell you that much. All right. Because these will continue to cook later, so I'm not too worried about it yet. All right, now while that's still cooking, what we're going to do is we're going to open up our cans
Let's let him
of
dry for a
sauce.
minute. Hi, Maddie. And hello, Angela.
Make sure you have a good can opener. Don't be a third world country. Fix this damn
What
thing.
is this? Anyways, Angela, hope you're doing well.
Trying not to hit myself.
Too bad PPP snaked him too soon. Yeah, we could have had some great cooking.
Yep.
DSP does home repair. Yeah, we could have like DSP fix a toilet. That'd have been interesting. Oh, wow. He's got the fancy fucking old school can opener. Nice. Fucking A. Industrial shit right there.
Oop, missed. Did I miss again? Oh, fuck. Cans all fucked up. Oof.
Oh, he's in a
Careful when you
nursing
open it
home
up.
kitchen? Ah.
Just splattered like I did.
Okay. Well, that makes some sense. Yeah. We'll let some paint dry here for a second, guys.
All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get our blender ready for the Cento crap. Now DSP likes.
Why do I
these
believe you? Because
more
I thought you might know the
medium.
lore. I don't know.
See how nice. See how thick this is.
Those are good tomatoes. Oh my god, that is some good shit right there.
See, I didn't go past the max fill, did I? A little bit.
Yeah, it'd be all right.
There we go. That's better. Now, DSP likes these a little medium, so we're going to pulse these. We're going to grind them up. And then once we grind them up, we'll check on our meatballs, and we'll start our sauce.
It's probably a halfway
I
house.
think our
Yes.
meatballs should be, good enough.
Oh, God, those are looking a little...
So they're about there. I mean,
they're kind of breaking down a little bit.
They should cook up. They should continue cooking up afterwards. We're going to take our meatballs out. Can't see what I'm doing. I got it. Yep. Get out. I'll leave that crap in for flavoring. I'll turn the heat down real quick while I do some other stuff. So we'll let the meatballs sit for a while. And we're going to try and go blend this. So we got this plugged in, so we're just going to do some pulses. What do you think? I think that should be all right. Take it out. Yeah, this don't look too bad. I'm gonna pour our sauce right into the pan. Don't take none of the grease or nothing out. You're gonna put the pan on medium-high heat. Well, that looks fun. Get some more of this done. Turn our sauce up a little bit. Come on, you in. There we go. Probably about 3 seconds should be fine. Oof. Stir that around a little bit with a spatula. Stir it around with a spatula while you're trying to get the rest of it done. We got one more can left. All right, I'll pop this in. Okay, now we got to add in our, let's see, where's my instructions? Shit. Ah, here we go. Here's my instructions. All right, we added that in. We got to add in the tomato paste. We're just going to put it straight in. Come on, we got to get the rest of that. We're going to push that in. We're going to stir that a little bit. All right, so we got one more thing here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to fill up each can with water. We're going to kind of mix it back and forth between the cans, and it'll get the rest of the crap out of here. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. All right, so we're going to fill one up with some water all the way up. You're going to dump it back and forth like a madman. And according to DSP, what this does is for him, it'll break up the sauce that's in there. And we can just dump it right in here. We're going to do this 3 times. So here's one can going in there, one can of water.
Hold on real quick. This is, somebody said, Garfield's Bizarre Adventures says, by the way, Mikey No More just uploaded a quartering documentary today. It's pretty damn good and worth checking out. Take a look at it. Winters, Angela's saying this is gross. Yeah, this guy's recreating a Dark Side Phil recipe. Just see how disgusting it is. Why is he using Virgin Ninja instead of Chad Vitamix? I don't know. Vitamix. I don't know. He's got all the bottles of seasoning and doesn't use them. It's because Phil doesn't use them. He's trying to do it the way Phil did. Yeah. Not a seasoning in sight. Oh, I know. No Brajol. I know. No. You could do, yeah, I mean, Phil doesn't know how to pronounce that. So just, yeah. But no, there's no Brajol. There's nothing. Yeah. Somebody's saying they use wine and broth. You could use wine and broth. I'd agree, Roscoe. That's an option. That's always an option. He panned right past bottled seasoning. Yeah, because once again, he's recreating. He is recreating. That's all he can do. Yeah, hold on, chat. 1 second here. All right. Where does this dude work that he has that much free time? I think he's probably doing this at home. Burnside Phil, yes. Roscoe's taking off. Have a nice night, Roscoe. Yeah, Phil would call it Brask Iole. Brask Iole. Yes, he probably would. But yes, a good Brajol is never bad. But anyways, let's keep going here. Let's keep going.
Hopefully I have enough space. And take the other can. We're going to do the same thing.
That's a lot of fucking... That pan... Oh, this is at his job. This is industrial now. Holy shit. Maybe his boss let him do this at, like, his after hours.
Most of mine's just going in the sink. All right, we're going to come back over here, dump it in again.
God, that's... Okay, that's a lot of shit in the pan,
It's gonna be
buddy.
a lot. I'm not gonna put all
Hot.
3 fucking
Jesus.
things of water in there. Is a little too much.
Yeah, just start
All right,
stirring
so
that
we
and let
just
it cook
got
down a
2
little bit.
cans. We're just gonna do 2 cans of water.
Oh my god, like, what is it with everybody having shitty fucking handwriting? This guy's like a fucking ransom note.
To break it up, now we gotta stir it on medium-high heat, which I have to stir here. So that should actually thin the whole thing out pretty good. Hopefully this fucker don't boil over. Alright, I'm gonna let that go for a second. Now we're gonna add in our spices. So let's do the oregano leaves first. We're gonna do 25
Oh, it's his parents'
shakes
restaurant.
of
Okay, thank you,
oregano
Samurai.
leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25. We're going to do 4 shakes of garlic salts.
That's not that much garlic
1,
salt.
2, 3, 4.
That's really probably
We're
not
going
enough.
to do 3 shakes of onion salts. Where's my onion salt? I don't have it open yet.
Wait, why would you do garlic salt and onion salt, Phil? Just use garlic powder and onion powder and then do some salt. Fuck. It's a lot of salt. Jesus Christ.
Hang on, I'm having some technical difficulties with my onion salt. There we go. That goes on like that. No, it doesn't pop open. It just does this. All right, so how many shakes was it? 3 shakes. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 5 shakes of red pepper flakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's not enough red pepper to do shit for fuck. Yeah, that's a lot of salt. Yes. Yes, there is onion salt. There's onion salt and garlic salt. They're basically onion powder and salt mixed together. Yeah, never use garlic salt. Never tastes like garlic. Yeah, that's why I use garlic powder. And then you salt it later. We need to do a toast for Sonny. I mean, I hope he crossed the Rainbow Bridge, and I hope he's in a better place. Yeah, use garlic and onion powder. That's how we do it. Nothing but kosher salt is gooning on steaks. Okay. That's not that many chili peppers,
And we're
though, he
going to
did.
do 4 bay leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll throw in that half one. Oop, that's for the onion powder. And now we need to do 3/4 of a cup of sugar in here. Now, obviously, we're going to use the liquid measuring cup, because why would we measure with anything else? I hope this is the right salt. I hope this is the right sugar, I mean.
Yes, garlic is the best, if you can do it. Chugi, why so much sugar? Because Phil is a dumbass. Because Phil has the flavor palette of a fucking horse. That's why Phil did this. So. Also, chat real quick. Check out this fucking green on this guy. Check him out. Check him out. Fucking sick. I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but that looks good in the camera. Looks good in the light. So, yeah. Yeah, you would add the sugar at the end, but yeah, garlic is okay if you don't have a garlic press or anything like that. You do add some sugar, but not that much sugar. That's the problem. Like, Phil is like using retarded amounts of sugar because Phil's an idiot. So, I just don't know real Italian cooking. Yeah. Like I said, if I'm doing this, like, yeah, you'd use the beef and you had the beef and the pork and the veal. Like, fuck. There's ways you could do this. Yeah. It's like my family didn't come over from the boat or nothing. Only Phil's the only wop here in the Phil's the only wop. He's the woppiest wop. Yeah, I wouldn't add sugar either, but you could add sugar. You could. I don't see the point, though, especially this early on in the cook. Would I use a meatloaf mix for meatballs? No. Meatloaf would be a different thing. A different thing would be in meatloaf. Meatloaf, you got eggs in it. A spoonful of brown sugar is amazing? Maybe. I don't know about that. So, yeah, I would want pasta sauce, not pizza sauce, too. But yeah. But Phil has a difficult flavor palette.
Close. That's about right.
God, it's like he's making fucking sweet tea at McDonald's. That's a lot of sugar. Jesus.
Pour that right in here. I'm going to give it a quick stir, and we're going to put the garlic back in and the onion back in. See if I can get all the way to the bottom.
This is a faithful recreation of Phil's recipe.
First, and then we're going to put the meatballs and the onion and the garlic. So I'm just going to pick some of this out. That's what my thing says. I don't know if I'm just going to put in a couple things of this. If I don't get the salt pork in there. Add a little bit more onion. I think I got some extra onion over here. I'm just going to take a handful. It probably does more onion in it, but you know what? Just going to do what we can. Probably going to have to take some of this out as soon as I put those meatballs in. Actually, no, that should be fine. I will. Probably might even need a big pot. We're going to bring it to a boil. And then after we get it up, we're going to put it on low heat to simmer for 4 hours. And we're going to stir every half hour. There's a couple things you can do with it. You can make a meatball sub with half melted cheese. And apparently this makes like 8 fucking portions. So we're going to see how much this makes. You can see it's bubbling a little bit. It looks like it's gasping. It's like, oh God, somebody's fucking made me. You see it gasping? It's like, oh God, what other devil conjured me up? Put it over here. After I make this, I'll never have to make it again, so at least that's good news. All right, we're gonna go get the meatballs, put them in. Should be fine. Should put this little last piece in here too. Oop, let's pull it out. So I think I got it about hot enough here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the heat to low. It's a little high for that. That's about low, and we're gonna let it simmer. Every half an hour or so, we're gonna come back and we're gonna stir it. I'm gonna do one more stir. Put that meatball down in there. Get back down in that sauce. All right, and we'll come back a little later and see how it's going and find out if it's any good. All right, it's been the first 30 minutes for this of simmering. Now I'm making my famous mac and cheese right next to it. Jesus Christ. Find that later. All right, so we're gonna give it a stir here. It's looking pretty decent, actually. It's not looking too bad. It's still nice and thick. I didn't put as much water in it as DSP put in his. All right, so that's the first simmer. I'm gonna stir it again another half an hour. All right, so it's been about 3.5 hours or so. I did a couple extra stirs while you guys weren't around. I'll put this over here. Now I'm sick of waiting. I don't think I can wait the 4 hours. So we're gonna turn this off, give this a last stir. I'm gonna put it together. Now some of my meatballs broke a little bit, so if you can see it,
they broke a little
like
bit. They broke all the fucking way
instead of some of the meatballs in there. But hopefully I can find some whole meatballs still. So I'm gonna take a look. Let's see, like this part right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in a little cup and we're gonna try it, even though it's really hot, and we'll see how it is. All right, so I'm gonna put the rest in a to-go container, but as you can see, I got one of the meatballs here. I got the sauce, which is broiling hot, in this little bowl. And we're just gonna try a little bit of the sauce, and we're gonna try a little bit of the meatball. Make sure it cooked all the way. Now, it smells pretty good. I can smell some of the sugar in there. I can definitely smell the oregano, and it's nice and thick, actually, for me. I like it a little thicker like this. So this is akin to like what I would get with Angela Mia sauce and whatnot. But I like the consistency of it, at least, and there's the chunk of garlic, I think. So we'll try a little bit of the sauce first, and then let me open up the meatball. It looks like the meatball cooked all the way. Put a little closer to the camera, get it out of the steam. God, it's so hot. If you can see it, looks like it cooked all the way. Remember how it was pretty raw earlier? So we'll put that back in. We'll take a little bit of the sauce first. A little too much sugar and too much tomato paste. I think even if I watered it down, it still wouldn't be that great.
Yeah, it'd be fucking nasty. Ugh.
Yeah, definitely too much sugar. Trying to use sugar out of a mixing bowl is pretty nasty. I think if I ate a lot of this, it would rupture my stomach. I mean, it's all right if you like sugar stuff, but all right, let's try a little bit of the meatball.
No, it's not all right. It's
I would
fucking
prefer
disgusting.
More
It's
garlicky,
Phil's
I guess.
idea.
I got a little bit of the meatball here, if you can see it.
All right, so we need some brown. What do we have to do?
I mean, it's okay. It just tastes kind of weird. Like I don't know what to tell you. It tastes sort of like a meatball, but I put too much onion in it. Way too much onion for me, anyway.
Are you putting in your pants?
I mean, I would definitely tell Phil not to open a fucking restaurant based on this recipe, unless he's changed it drastically. But even then, taking 4 hours to make your sauce is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I guess if you're gonna do this in like a grocery store chain or something weird like that, it's okay. It's kind of mediocre. Not really worth 4 hours of sitting, but I did everything correct and I didn't do anything wrong. So, Phil, you spend way too much time making this shit, and I would recommend you don't make this. You could just get a fucking can of Prego and probably add a bit of shit to it and get a better recipe. But that's it. I mean, good luck.
Hello everyone, this What's the Should I series? Now,
We're back on now, babe. 2.0's here, guys.
Hi, chat.
Apparently, right now, because I got my window open, it's like 55 outside.
Yeah.
By tomorrow morning, it's gonna be fucking 25.
I know. I told you.
And it's gonna
This
freeze,
weekend's
which is gonna
insane.
be bad. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to go to. Like, it might be too icy tomorrow, but it's supposed to snow like 6 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'm on there. Anyways, yeah, see. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
ADW Raptor, here is Sepp Allerberger, by the way, if you weren't able to recognize.
EDW didn't know you were on.
Oh, well, there you go. Now he's here.
Now he's here.
But this is the guy. So, anyways, you were saying, though, little Sherry?
I'm gonna go lay down. I'm sorry, I was such a bitch today.
Yep. Shh. Hold on, chat, one more second. So, yes. All right, chat, we're back. You're drowning yourself in ice cream. Well, that's better than this. The rain is finally turning into snow here with the temps crashing. Yeah, I'm curious to see what it's looking like outside. But let's take a look here. Oh, Vitaly got in trouble. I'll take a look at that in a minute. Actually, here, let's watch this.
It's now been almost a year since Vitaly did the awful mistake of stealing
You guys remember
harassing local
Vitaly's the dumb fuck who went to the Philippines, and he's been in jail almost a year in the Philippines.
stealing officers' hats, threatening to rob an elder lady, and stealing from local businesses, all while live streaming it for everyone to see in the Philippines. I don't know about you guys, but the Philippines is probably one of the last places I would ever want to F around.
I'm gonna get arrested. Oh no! Oh no, mommy! Bruh.
But since then, we've had reports that Vitaly's new strategy is to now turn to religion, and his cameraman has apparently been indicted. Because, unfortunately for Vitaly, you have people in charge of the country saying they will punish him to the fullest extent of the law. But here I've been sitting for quite a while with the main question of, what does the Filipino population actually think of this? And what do legal professionals over there think of this? And can I trace back his steps of that day to get a better feel of how stupid all this was? My only problem is, it's December, and I'd prefer not to leave home for any longer than I have to. So I found a flight route which takes 23 hours to get there, which then gives me 12 hours in the Philippines before I have to fly 23 hours home. So after thinking about it for a little bit, I could either sit here and yap about the story, or I could go out and investigate for myself. Now, obviously, Vitaly has been famous on the internet for a long time. The dude went from pranks to incredibly stupid stunts in Egypt, which got him arrested. And I think him being arrested and released so quickly in Egypt is kind of what gave him that false sense of security to F around like he did in the Philippines. But he then went back to Miami, and at this point in time, it seemed like his career was doing really well, until he decided to beat a woman senseless for jogging outside of his home. So obviously, he got arrested for that. The body cam footage went extremely viral.
Do you know me? Do I know you? No.
But after that happened, that's all we heard from Vitaly for a while. Then a few years later, he returned and started making these PDF catching videos. And suddenly, he gained a pretty large following again, until he lost his entire team. So after losing his entire team, for some reason, then he decided to go all in on streaming himself harassing people in Asia. Because clearly that went extremely well for Johnny Smalley. Except Vitaly decided to pick a country that's way tougher on crime than South Korea and decided to do things which could throw him in prison for 20 years while live streaming himself doing so. Oh boy, I still have no clue why anyone would decide that's a good idea. But I guess we could backtrack his footsteps and see how it's like to be there.
All right, we just ran into our first problem. Got to the airport, everything was looking great. Got here like 2 hours early. Get to my gate, and I find out, oh, plane's not here. It's now 20 minutes past when we're supposed to board. It's not looking good. We're finally boarding, but
Oh, shit,
the boarding
Chad,
of the
hold
next
on.
flight ends 30 minutes after I land. So this is probably going to be one of those full sprint moments just to make this flight. All right, so I land in about 1 hour. I haven't been able to sleep. Off to a great start.
And welcome to San Francisco, where the local time is 10:20 p.m.
All right, update.
Real quick.
We're good.
Sleazy says my waifu says they should hang Vitaly. Yes, we got more subs, chat. Oh my god, everybody's jumping in now. Will I make a guest appearance on Wiggles Comics Gate Grift Tournament? The finale is probably Tuesday. Yes, I could do that. He just needs to send me a thing. I'll take a look at that, Garfield. Thank you. EDW for 5 subs. Steven Cooper for 20. An amateur iconoclast for 1 sub. Thank you, guys. You know what that gets us, even though it's the model channel. Gets us in a woo. You taking off? Good night, Angela. So let's see here, chat. I'm thinking about giving him a little bit of a bright stock. So we're gonna use this micro mark. It's rust oxide. It's a brown, but it's a bright brown. I think this will work good. Johan for 5 subs. So here we go. Let's keep going.
Plane apparently made up like 40 minutes in time, so I no longer need to sprint to my gate, so I can just kind of casually walk to it, board right away, but it seems like it'll all work out.
All right. We're like 13 hours into the flight. We have about 2 hours left or something like that. Currently just walking around to talk to my camera because I don't want to wake the people sleeping next to me. But yeesh.
All right, so we're in Manila. First problem, how do I get to Bonifacio? So I found out there's something called Grab. That's their version of Uber, Uber Eats, and so on and so on. Only problem is they do not accept my card. So now I have to find a 7-Eleven and top up my Grab card so I can then use their Uber service. Adventure time.
None of the seatbelts work. Uh-oh.
Oh, he has a chicken.
And this is the exact area where he ran off with the motorcycle. It's crazy I know exactly where I am, even though I've never been here before. Beautiful day in Bonifacio Global City, Manila, Philippines. But yeah, here he decided to just, number one, egg on this officer and start running off with his bike right there.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Can I shove this up your...
What?
Can I put this in your...
And he ran up and jumped on this, and he was doing all of his stuff to the women sitting at this restaurant right here. Then he continued through here, and it looks like we're gonna get into that courtyard where he started harassing, I guess, the second mall guard. Yeah, dude, the last thing I would ever want to do
We'll
is
go to
try
Kay's thing in a
take any of
second,
their
I promise,
hats.
guys.
Like, that's just crazy.
You know what? Hold
work.
on. This is like 20 minutes here. We'll do Kay's thing now. Yes, Maddie, I will do your Queen's thing here. Geez, now 2.0 is getting involved. All right, let's try this. Here we are, chat. Here we are.
To beat the cops at their own game. From genius fugitives to civilians who embarrassed cops so bad they had to leave, here are 5 times suspects outsmarted cops.
Promise you, I'm not no damn person this case. You'd have done run by now.
Starting with the case of Joshua Lloyd, who in July of 2022 was geocaching Phoenix, Arizona. Geocaching is an activity where people hide physical containers known as caches in different places around the world, and others solve puzzles in order to find them. Joshua is currently searching on the side of a public road, but it seems somebody wasn't too happy about this.
Oh, hold on. We got the cops.
They're gonna run my license plate.
Kay, where are you?
Morning,
We're doing
can I
your
help
thing.
you?
Where are you, Kay?
Can we help you? Do you live here? No, but this is public, correct? I'm not sure on that. Could be private property. Could be, but if there was, I do believe there would be a sign posted somewhere, right? Not necessarily. Is that your car? That is my car. Okay. Well, if it is public, I mean, I would figure it's public. You have electric access here. Is there anybody in the car? No, just me. But if you want to go check, go ahead, go check. Can I get your permission to do anything else? No. Do I need your permission? You would need my permission to go inside the car. But you just said if you want to go check if there's someone else in the car. Yeah. Go check and you can go look in and see if. Go ahead. Do I need you to tell me to go ahead to do it, or can I do it on my own?
Looks
Why'd
like
you
this
ask
officer
him?
isn't having a good day. At the first possible moment, he decides to start an argument out of nothing. He is right that he doesn't need permission to look inside the car, but Joshua is just trying to be polite. There's no need whatsoever for the cop to make this difficult. This little rant of his seems almost born out of insecurity, and that becomes a pattern as the footage progresses.
Well, I mean, you could do it on your own. You can do a plain view search. I thought you were under the impression you had to give me permission. I mean, would you guys like my name? I'll give you my name. You don't have to run the plate for it because my name's not on the plate. What's your name? My name is Josh. Josh? Mm-hmm. Josh.
She's pissed. Thanks.
Joshua Lloyd. Huh? You're not towing my car. We may have to tow it. It's not registered to him. It's registered to a female. It's it's left on the roadway running. I'm not going to leave it here. Oh, are you serious? Not even going to question me on who it's registered to? Would you like the insurance and registration? Oh, you're not driving it. Why would I ask for that?
It seems as though this cop is trying to make everything into a bigger deal than it needs to be. Sure, it might seem odd that the car is registered to a different name next to a guy that appears to have just been staring at a wall for 30 minutes, but we know that Josh has a reasonable explanation for it, just the same as the cops would if they bothered to ask. But instead, the cop just decides that the best idea is to tow the car and call the owner, instead of just talking to the guy that's explicitly saying he can explain everything.
I'm going to try to get a hold of the owner, see if they know where the car is.
What a fucking dickhead.
Otherwise,
This guy definitely beats his wife.
You're going to let him act like that. Just because I'm standing over here next to a wall, and you guys haven't even asked me what I'm doing. I even turned around, I gave you the thumbs up. He comes out all hard. Why? I'm not trying to catch you in anything, man. Asking a simple question.
The other cop's smirk says it all. He's well aware that his partner's behavior is unreasonable and frankly just weird, but at the same time, he can't badmouth him either.
Have you been allowed to use the car? I live with her, yes, and I'm allowed to use the car, hence the reason why I have it. Okay, all right, well, we're going to do some research, find out whose property that is. You got your name, your information. If it turns out that it is private property, then I'll author a report for trespassing. I don't think it would be private property because what I was doing was a public event. So you guys never even asked me. Listen to your statement. I don't think. That's why I'm going to find out for sure whose property. Okay, you go ahead for sure. Again, here's the thing. I don't need your permission to check out whose property it is, but I appreciate you giving me the go-ahead. Can I have your name and badge number? Your card? 8632. 8632. You're recording it. Okay. Yeah. Can I have your name and badge number, please? All right. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that.
The way the second cop acts after his partner leaves is like he's brought his kid along to work, and he's telling Josh to just let him have his fun. Regardless, the first officer tells Josh that they're gonna head off and do research to make sure this isn't private property. But even if it was, it'd be incredibly hard to convict him of trespassing anyway. As you can tell from the footage, the area of land he was on is directly next to a public sidewalk, and there is no signage alluding to the fact that the grass is somehow private property. However, even if it was, because of the lack of signage, Josh would never be made aware that he shouldn't be there, meaning it's impossible to claim he knowingly entered private property, the legal definition of trespassing. But before he lets the cops go, Josh has just one more thing to say to them.
I could do some further research before you go on a property. Find out. You know, hold on. Before you go and give me the lecture, how about this? Before you come up all hard ass on somebody, you ask them what they're doing. You could ask me simply at the very beginning, very nicely, hey, what are you doing? do the research and find out who's.
This guy probably beats his wife.
It's public property. I can tell you
Officer's
that.
a fucking asshole.
I am. I'm stating it as a fact because I like fucking with you guys. Well, now you're using more profanity. I can use profanity. It's the First Amendment. No, you can't. It's the First Amendment. You cannot restrict my speech. I can use it to emphasize my sentences. One man's curse word is another man's lyric.
Josh articulates everything perfectly and, of course, is perfectly correct. Throughout this entire interaction, he provided everything the cops asked for and more, remained polite throughout most of the conversation, and most importantly, knew the law down to a T. But with all of that said, he was still treated badly by this cop who frankly had no idea what he was talking about. He's completely right to explain his free speech rights too. But to explain this further, let's take a look at the case of Tom, a teenager who managed to totally school 2 cops when he was pulled over by cops who also had no idea what the law was. This man was walking down the side of a road when a police officer passed him. As they drove by, the man flipped him off, breaking no laws in doing so. But the cops still got personally offended and decided to do this.
Why you giving me the finger?
Because he's allowed to. Anybody can give you the finger.
What? Why you giving me the finger?
He could do it if he wants. It's not illegal.
Why you giving me the finger? Am I free to go? No. For what reason?
The man who we'll call Tom gets pulled over for allegedly flipping off an officer. Immediately after talking with the officer, Tom asks if he's free to go, and if he's not, why he's being detained. Predictably, the officer isn't able to give a great response to either of these completely valid questions.
What's your problem? Am I free to go? No. What, do you have a problem? No. Do you have a problem? No. You don't have a problem, then I can leave. Why are you giving me the finger when you're walking? Huh? Come here.
Why? Because he can.
I'm free to go. No, you what? Get over here. Why? Because. Is that a lawful order? Yeah. For what reason? Because you're giving me the finger. That's legal. No, it isn't. Says who? What's the law? What's your name? What's your name? How old are you?
Conveniently, it isn't difficult to find the law on this one. Perhaps unsurprisingly, contempt of cop or police disrespect is an incredibly common catalyst for unlawful arrest. However, it's very easy to prove that swearing or gesturing at a cop in a non-threatening way is completely legal across the U.S. Freedom of speech is, of course, protected under the First Amendment right, and courts have concluded that giving the finger counts as
cops give the finger in
speech.
return? Yes,
In
they
fact,
can.
in
They can probably get
2006,
disciplined
a
for it,
case was
though.
opened against a man in a very similar position, and the court explicitly stated that directing the middle finger at an officer is protected expression under the First Amendment, meaning that Tom is well within his rights to flip the officer off. But unfortunately, the situation begins to escalate, and even more words are exchanged.
Have a good one. You fucking pig. Whatever. Fuck you. What? Come here. I'm afraid of you? Come here. Get over here. What? Get over here. I'm not doing anything illegal. Yeah, you are. You just cursed me off. That's not a crime. Yes, it is. Says who? Says me. Turn around. Come on. Bro, that is not a fucking crime. Yes, it is. Why you cursing me? It's not a crime. What's your name? It's not a crime. What's your name? Help! Help! No help. Help!
At this point, the officer turns off his body camera, which on top of being illegal, definitely isn't the best thing to do as you're handling a civilian who's screaming for help. This time, the cop cites Tom's more recent expletives as the reason for arrest.
That's not
but once again,
illegal
Tom
either.
is completely allowed to say what he said. The law says the only words not protected by the First Amendment are fighting words intended to incite an immediate breach of peace. Or, in short, words that directly threaten someone, or imply that the speaker is going to physically attack someone. Obviously, what Tom said falls
Hold on.
into neither of these categories, and is
I'm going to go back and see what he was citing here because
is going to physically
and this is the problem here, chat. This thing here, Chaplinsky, there hasn't been really any other cases that have been back to the Supreme Court. And that's the biggest problem with Chaplinsky. So it's a bunch of district court and state court rulings. Like Chaplinsky doesn't really have progeny like other Supreme Court cases do, like Miranda or, other things you might know about that are out there. What did Chaplinsky do? Chaplinsky went up to the local sheriff and at one point protested him and called him exactly, and I quote, Chaplinsky walked up to the sheriff and said, "You are a goddamn fascist and a goddamn racketeer." And that was considered illegal. He got arrested for disorderly conduct. And the Supreme Court upheld it because they believed those types of words in 1940 would cause somebody to take great umbrage and disrupt the peace. So, spot the lie. Okay, yes. But that is what Chaplinsky said, and the Supreme Court agreed that he broke the law. So, that's the problem with fighting words. They are not... There isn't a lot on them today. So, like, I can cite cases that are existing out of the the Sixth Circuit, but that's it. They don't go any further. And Ohio Supreme Court kind of doesn't really say much more than Chaplinsky. So all you can rely on are the cases where people have told the cops to fuck off and been arrested. Yes, SCOTUS agreed. SCOTUS agreed and said those words were words that would just cause an ordinary person to, they are meant to incite violence. It would cause an ordinary person to want to breach the peace. That their injury was so inflicted, you inflicted such an injury. Yes, Chaplinsky was found to have breached the peace with those words. So, a fighting word, no, that's more of a threat. Fighting words are different. So nowadays, obviously calling somebody a goddamn fascist and a racketeer doesn't count anymore. Basically, now we're left with like racial slurs. So if you call somebody a nigger, yeah, that could be a fighting word. You call somebody a kike or a wop or a beaner. Those would be fighting words. But nowadays, that's it. That's really the only fighting words left. Yes. That's why you can't... The gamer word could be seen as a problem. But otherwise, most words won't do it. Like I told you, though, guys, I had a case last year where we tried to argue in front of the jury, mocking my client's kid's disability was a fighting word, but the court didn't count it, and we lost. But there's a whole bunch of shit out there. But guys, remember, it's 1940, so it was a different time, a very different time. So.
Attack someone. Obviously, what Tom said falls into neither of these categories, and as backup arrives, the cop starts to realize that he might be in the wrong.
You're being detained because you're acting strange. What? That's not legal.
It is legal. He's allowed to detain you until he performs his investigation.
So what am I doing, though? What am I doing that made him detain me? What legal right?
I rode by him twice. You shot me the finger. So I turned around and said, "Well, you."
Is that a crime?
And then he tells me to.
No, that's not a crime.
Off, pig.
Yeah, fuck off, pig. That's not a crime. He's looking at you because he's like, "What the fuck do you want me to do?" Because it's not a crime. I know my rights. I don't have to say any of that.
You do if you're being detained.
For what reason? What legal reason am I being detained for?
Where are you coming from and where are you?
What legal reason am I being
detained for? He doesn't have to tell you that.
I need to know that. Legally, I need to know that.
Now the officers are telling Tom that he's legally required to identify himself now that he's being detained, despite not being able to provide a reason for his detention. While this is often correct during an arrest, in New Jersey, a person being detained not suspected of committing a motor vehicle offense can refuse to give ID. But the cops are still way behind on this. Now they can't even figure out why they're detaining him.
Why are you
shooting me the finger?
Why are you?
Is that illegal?
Why are you flipping the bird? Yes, it is. It's causing a public disturbance and public alarm if you are cursing.
So
in
a
public.
single one.
So when you are cursing in public, you are causing a public disturbance. You're being
That's not how that
I'd
works.
like to see that proven in court.
What he is doing is he's not saying you're being charged with anything. At that point, he's
figuring out
detaining
what's wrong
you
with you.
to make sure that there is nothing
Make
wrong.
sure you're okay.
Make sure that you're okay.
What reason does he need to detain me?
He thought maybe he thought you were signaling him down. I'm not sure.
You knew very well that I wasn't signaling to you, right? I wasn't signaling.
Courts have routinely held that, like, when cops have tried that argument, courts have routinely held that is a bullshit answer, and they don't ever believe it. Like, there are multiple 1983 cases where, like, the court says, "No fucking way do we buy your story."
You bring attention to yourself. Your action's strange. I'm making sure you're okay.
The officers are desperately trying to make excuses now, and now seem to be claiming that this is a welfare check, and Tom's middle finger was a signal for help. Luckily, a case closed in 2013 explored this very same matter. A cop observed a man giving him the finger and pulled him over, stating he thought he was trying to get his attention and was concerned. But the court eventually ruled that, quote, this ancient gesture of insult is not the basis for a reasonable suspicion of a traffic violation of impending criminal activity. So with this in mind, it's extremely likely that the court would decide that the cop was lying here as well, even without the body cam footage. But the best part of this entire investigation is watching the officer's face as he tries to escape the hole he's dug for himself.
Cursing and using vulgar gestures is causing a public disturbance.
What's the First Amendment for?
The First Amendment is for your freedom of speech. Okay. What does that have to do with
Was I making a
gestures?
call to action? Was I making a call to action? Was I like
when you were
threatening
acting,
you in any way? Did I threaten you?
Do you understand?
You know what a call to action is?
Do you understand that you're acting?
Is that a call to action? Am I calling for an action to be done against you? No.
Do you understand that it is? Listen. It's behavior that's out of the ordinary.
From what?
So what were you doing?
Well, I want to know from your perspective. What was I
pulled up onto the scene, so you tell me what you were doing.
To bring you attention. I plead the fifth. You fucking idiot.
What has now
Brilliant
turned
fucking
into
work
an
on his
argument
part. I have not
lasts
seen
for
this
a few more
before.
minutes before Tom finally
Good.
gives in and hands his ID over and is told he's free to leave. Remember, he was not legally required to identify himself, but that was the only thing that got the officers to let him go. Tom also informed the officers that he intended to pursue legal action, but very little information about this is publicly available, or the fates of these horrifyingly corrupt officers. Both of these cases have featured people who knew the law perfectly and managed to defend their own rights from corrupt officers. But let's flip the perspective quickly and look at criminals who were so smart, they managed to escape the cops with crafty techniques.
And you know what? Those cops needed to be fucking audited, Eric. Those guys didn't know their fucking jobs. So yes, they should be audited. They should be forced to recognize they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So yes, that was a justified audit. We can't have fucking cops running around doing that to people. So what he did was based this time. Like, fuck them. Fuck them. Also, chat, there you go. That's what the broomstick is, or the handle for the umbrella is going to look like. So, yeah, it's like 6, 7 years old now. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. It's brilliant work by the kid.
And street smarts. One such case is that of Quantrell Schwarzlow, who managed to outsmart cops by escaping custody in just seconds.
So.
Quantrell was brought in for strangling a girl and assaulting her, a crime he clearly didn't want to be convicted of.
Wait. Is that where I think it is? Hold on. Hold on. No, never mind. That's not where I think it is. Never mind. I thought it was somewhere I recognized.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately for Quantrell, his handcuffs were a dead giveaway, and he was captured 4 hours later. Of course, this isn't the only example of suspects escaping police custody. In fact, Richard McNair's escape plan was so smart, he managed to stay out of jail for 18 months, but not without an extremely close call. Richard was originally arrested for the shooting of 2 men after he was caught robbing a house in North Dakota. One was badly injured, and the other died at the scene. Richard was given 3 life sentences for this, but he had absolutely no intention of sticking around for any of this. In 2006, he managed to escape from the prison by burying himself in a pile of mail and being carried straight out the door. But just hours later, he was stopped by police while jogging away from the prison.
You live
Funny if
around
you
here,
got
bud?
mail machine.
Where you live at? Down the road by Pineville. Pineville? Okay. Do you have any form of identification on you? No, man. What's your name? Robert Jones.
Richard appears calm, cool, and collected while talking to the cop, and gives the innocent alias of Robert Jones, stating that he's just out jogging around where he's stationed for work.
That's not the problem right now. What's your address? I don't have an address. I'm at the hotel. We're working on houses and stuff like that, the roofing. What is? We got an escapee. Oh, shit. Where from? Prison. There's a prison here?
Richard must think that the jig is up, but he manages to stay calm and play it cool. He gives a simple, neutral response and keeps his stance on the loose to avoid looking uneasy. The cop then radios in for a detailed description of the fugitive and attempts to match it up to Richard.
How old is your guy? You're how old? 50. Born in 56. You said born in 56. 58. What color you got? Green. Well, kind of a turquoise blue. Turquoise blue.
Most people in this situation would be getting restless and giving short, closed-off responses because of nerves. But Richard somehow manages to give full answers to everything and even jokes with the officer. He's slowly trying to convince him that he's just a normal guy and that he's absolutely not hiding anything.
You know the bad thing about it? What's that? You're matching up to him. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? Yeah. I don't even know the address. We just got into town about a week ago, and he dropped me off to jog. I always jog about 12 miles a day. Where'd he drop you off at? Up there on that road by, there's some construction going on up there, some houses. And he dropped me off. He'll be back to the hotel in about probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Where are you from? We're originally Dallas, Texas. And what's your name again? Jimmy Jones.
This should have been it for Richard. He gives a completely different name to his original alias, but the cop somehow completely missed it and carries on regardless.
Put yourself in my position. Where's y'all's motel at? Okay, Walmart's right there. Go right at Walmart, and there's a road, 165, that goes south. Little old tiny hotel. I mean, it's clean, but it's family owned. Little old tiny hotel. Yeah, you know, like a motel deal. You park up there. I promise you, I'm not no damn prison escapee. You'd have done run by now. You know that yourself. Did you see anybody or anything? There's some kids up there playing. I'm sorry.
No, the guy's not one of mine. I thought I recognized.
No, I'm just doing my job, man.
Interview room.
Can you write down your phone number, your cell phone number, so I can have whoever calls you? Just call 911. Is all you got to do, and they'll get a hold of us. All right. That's our quick line there. Have a good day now. Be careful, buddy. Thank you. All right.
This was the last time Richard McNair was seen for 18 months. During his time on the run, he traveled using stolen cars and supplies from Louisiana all the way up to Canada, where apparently he almost bought a property and attempted to settle down. In October of 2007, Richard was finally caught and apprehended in New Brunswick after he was identified driving a stolen vehicle miles from where it was last reported. Despite quite literally being a murderer, Richard did play this incredibly well and simply outsmarted the cop and all the others on his tail for a year and a half. This cop must have been humiliated, but not as much as the unfortunate officer who had a run-in with Joel Delgado, who had his escape planned for days before it actually took place.
That's impressive.
Joel had been arrested on a myriad of charges, including drug trafficking and shooting his girlfriend, and was looking to go away for a long time. But after his most recent arrest, he told police that he'd been badly injured, so was taken to court in a wheelchair. This is why police were extremely shocked when this happened.
I'm gonna catch you, man. I'm gonna shoot your.
For someone confined to a wheelchair, Joel sure can run, as just seconds after escaping, he completely disappeared.
Now, which way you go? Went straight through the alley and cut that way. What's your phone? My damn radio came. Hold on. I tried to come behind you and get him. I don't know where he went. Hey, Hook. The wheelchair dude got up and ran. Yeah. I couldn't catch his ass. And my radio was in the mother. I had my camera on though. The wheelchair dude. I couldn't catch him. Hell. Teals had pulled off.
Damn.
Yeah. I can't even remember his name. He on the run. All right. Hey, he took off, man. The wheelchair dude ran.
He had a neck brace on and all that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Didn't need that wheelchair very much, did he?
Hell no.
Unfortunately for Joel, his freedom was short-lived, as just a few hours later, he was caught and arrested once more, gaining nothing other than a count of felony escape to add to the list. It could be argued these last few cops had a simple lapse in judgment or simply got beaten in the moment. But Mac Proctor proves that this cop had no idea what he was doing in the first place, all by knowing the law and standing his ground. Mac was parked in a private parking lot waiting for a takeout order while on his shift as a delivery driver. While his vehicle wasn't in a designated parking spot, it wasn't blocking the flow of traffic, and he'd only left it there unattended while picking up his food. Upon returning to his vehicle, Mac was approached by a police officer stating he was violating parking rules.
All right, Mr. Proctor. That is your last name. Everything okay?
Do I need to answer any of your
You
questions?
don't have to answer anything, dude.
Okay.
You don't have to. Lucky you stand here all day. I get paid either way.
Can you go ahead and finish your job
Saying,
so I can carry on?
what's it with the anger, dude?
I'm not angry.
You're not angry? You always talk to everybody like that?
I'm not angry.
Oh, okay.
I just want you to go ahead and wrap things up, please.
Oh, okay.
Of course, Mac has every right to stay silent in the face of the officer's questions, especially ones that don't at all pertain to criminal proceedings. At no point did he raise his tone or say anything out of line, yet the officer asks why he's being so angry. Many people think that some police officers are used to consistently being in command and control in these interactions, and it's possible the same is true with this officer. When Mac exercised his rights and just asked for things to be moved along, this cop was surprised and took it as a combative statement.
All right, well, I'll give you a break on it, but you know what I'm saying? This isn't a parking spot, okay, dude?
You're not giving me a break. You're harassing me at this point. I'd like to leave. May I leave now, please?
Well, do you understand?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
All right. So do you understand why I stopped you?
Do I need to answer any
No,
more of
you
your
don't.
questions?
You don't have to.
Okay.
The officer informs Mac that he is being detained for parking here. To issue a citation for parking violation, you must be breaking either local, state, or federal law. Something like parking in a handicap spot without proper documentation.
Hey, Mr. Proctor, can I give you your stuff so you can leave?
Can you?
I can, but you're the one. I would have let you go a long time ago.
What do I need to do for you to hand me my documents so I can
I'll
leave?
give it to you right now. I just want to know that that you're okay, because usually I don't get people all this.
What do I need to do for you to hand me my documents so I can be on my way?
You're okay.
I don't need to answer any of your questions.
There we go again. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to say that.
You're trying to display your power to me right now.
I'm concerned about it. Is there a problem to be concerned about another human being?
You have no reason to be concerned about me.
So it's okay then. You're okay. Then
You can hand me my documents and I can be on my way, or we can.
Okay. You're not gonna. Okay, here. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take a chance on you. All right, here, Mr. Proctor. You got everything's cool. All right. We're blocking traffic here. Your stuff.
Mac was allowed to leave without further incident, but this interaction raises questions about why he was met with further difficulties after doing nothing other than exercising his Fifth Amendment right. In fact, it's strange that the entire interaction even happened in the first place. If the officer had observed Mac's vehicle obstructing traffic, the incident could have been avoided by simply asking him to move his vehicle out of the way and let him go about his day from there. Instead, the officer detained Mac,
Or if it's
preventing
private
him from moving
property,
his vehicle
you
and
can't fucking
keeping
do
it in
anything
the
about
very
it.
place that's allegedly impeding traffic flow. The cop later found out that Mac wasn't even a federal agent or officer himself, and simply managed to prove just how valuable it is to know the law.
Yes, it's very valuable to know the law. There we go, guys. So, what is the thing we want to go to now, though? Oh, let's go back to Vitali now. I'm kind of curious to see how this is
So
going.
essentially, like, he started off at that intersection right there, walked all the way through here, ran around this building, crossed again, then went into this mall right here. Then he came back out, and then he ran in through this building right here.
He must have been here like early morning or something like that, because this is like at about 4 p.m. and clearly it's very busy here. You guys recognize this spot because he went straight up here and stole that mask right there.
They won't recognize me.
They're gonna call more security with that one.
There's like a high probability that that's the one. And obviously ran down and then went up over there. So he then came out that door over here, and then he decided to run across to here, and that's where he threatened that old lady to rob her because she wanted to ignore her and go about with her own day. And it was pretty much right after that moment that he decided that it was a good time to flee into the hotel that he was staying at, which is right here. He came from this hallway with his whole posse and his mom, and then he went down these stairs, and this is where he was like, I don't care if I get arrested. That'll be fun.
I know what I'm doing. It's not my first rodeo. And I'm not going to say, oh, don't arrest me. Here's the money. I will go to jail. I'm a proud man. I love jail. I get it up to be there for free. I don't have to pay.
And then he went up another escalator over here to one of the restaurants in the hotel. And that's where he proceeded to harass her. Correction, it would be this one right here. And it was at the top there.
Guys, this is in the Philippines where Vitaly got arrested.
I told him I would give him the best IRL. They didn't believe me. Wait till I go to India or Russia.
Honestly, after being there, that just puts me in even more disbelief. But this is what I said about this back in March of 2025.
This is a 33-year-old man harassing mall security for his live stream content. But unfortunately, just like basically all my other videos, it's all downhill from here. This gets so much worse. And things get so bad that I wouldn't be surprised if he would be arrested by the time this video gets released.
Yeah, unfortunately, that aged a little bit too well. But little did I know that I would be named in the police report as the way the police found out about this incident. Now, this would have been seen regardless, because it's not like I'm the only commentary channel that would talk about this. But for the situation, I guess I was just the first to cover it, as I was simply stunned at how stupid a streamer could possibly be. And obviously, this was going to end badly. But my understanding is he acted this way to gain as many viewers as possible so he could then sit and gamble on stream, because often the way these gambling contracts work is they get paid per 1,000 people sit and watch them gamble. So the scheme is pretty simple. Do a whole bunch of crazy stuff for attention, and then do it for long enough to capture a large viewer base. Then suddenly out of nowhere, go back to your hotel room and switch to gambling, which he did. So that's my theory on Vitaly's antics, but he only had one problem. He's no longer in America. He was in the Philippines, a place that's a whole lot more punishing when you break the law than what LA is. But real quick, I want to talk about today's sponsor, Cooper, because if there's one time of the year people accidentally waste a little bit too much money, it would be Christmas. Because every holiday season, shoppers miss out on billions in savings just because they didn't use discount codes that are already out there. The issue is most people don't know where to find them, and nobody really wants to sit around digging through sketchy coupon sites while, they're panicked buying. Today, Vitaly was walking around Makati, and a creator by the name of Eric, who goes by Unlock Philippines on YouTube, decided to confront him outside of a place called Shooter's Bar.
There's a content creator named Tozy.
No, I don't know who that is.
He just did a video on you 5 hours ago.
Saying what?
Saying that you were harassing people here in the Philippines.
Yeah, and what about me donating over $20,000 in the last 2 days?
Right, and as a content creator, that stuff kind of goes under.
No, it doesn't, because my editors are working on it, and I'm going to release the truth.
I'm saying when it happens, people don't broadcast that as much.
Yeah, but I don't get. For me, when you know what I mean, then I'm back on top. For me, when people talk, that's how I know I'm doing the right thing, because people want to bring me down when you're up.
And this response almost surprised me, because Vitaly had been a full-time creator for something like 15 years. And he doesn't understand that people started talking about him here because he did something so stupid, it could only land him in jail. But instead of fleeing the country like Sam Pepper recently did when he live-streamed himself committing a crime in India, Vitaly, I guess, was too stubborn and arrogant to think that his actions actually had consequences. So I guess Vitaly didn't see a problem with what he just did on stream.
Wait. So who is this creator, Chad?
Tozy, but he's
Tozy. He's like 1,000 subscribers?
No. He's got like 1 million or so. He's not doing shit, bro. He's just it's what people show him what's going on here in the Philippines.
Okay.
Right. So like, what?
There's Facebook videos of me. There's Facebook videos.
No, it's not videos. It was off of your stream, bro.
Yeah, but you watched the whole VOD.
I'm gonna shake your hand right here. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not here to talk.
Okay, so Vitaly's entire argument here is because he gave money to some, he's allowed to treat others awfully and then farm them for his own content without consent. But things escalate when he calls them out directly for harassing strangers on the street.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell your viewers that you guys are better than this. You don't have to watch people with others and putting them down. You need to lift people up for a living.
And what do I do? You haven't watched my own VOD?
I have watched your streams. Yeah. You're a piece of shit. And I came here to say that to everybody. You're a literal piece of shit.
Perfect, amazing. Jesus loves you too. Let's go. Don't touch me before I knock you out.
You're not gonna knock me out.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do?
I guarantee you're not gonna knock me out.
Yo, back off.
Yeah.
Well, what are you gonna do about it?
He then gets walked out on the street by Eric, and he just keeps asking his chat if he should go fight Eric. I guess because his ego was hurt because he was called out for being a scumbag to everyday people on the street for his content. But he scoffs this off and goes back to his hotel. And then I guess he thinks all this is behind him. But the next day comes around and he gets arrested. And this is the moment where it seems like Vitaly's entire trajectory of his life changes. Because suddenly
I'll be right
it
back,
was
Chad. Hold on.
globally announced that charges were filed against Vitaly in the Philippines. So here we have criminal charges filed against YouTuber Vitaly Zorovisky over viral BGC content. The Taguig City Police Station has taken swift and decisive action in response to viral video involving a Russian-American YouTuber Vitaly, who is now facing multiple criminal complaints following an incident in Bonifacio Global City that drew widespread public outrage. Authorities immediately launched an investigation after receiving reports from local residents and a security personnel who were allegedly harassed by the foreign content creator. Police gathered statements, reviewed footage from the viral video, and filed formal complaints before the city's prosecutor's office on April 3rd, 2025. They also coordinated with hotel management and local establishments in the area to secure evidence and ensure accountability. The incident stemmed from a video posted on April 1st, 2025 by the YouTube channel Atozi, titled "Scumbag IRL Streamer Destroys His Life in the Philippines Live." That title aged incredibly well, unfortunately. The video, which received over 600,000 views, shows Vitaly aggressively approaching and filming people in the street of Taguig. Vitaly, 32, was reportedly staying in a hotel in Fort Bonifacio during the stay. On around March 31st, around 11 a.m., he was seen walking along Bonifacio High Street where the incident took place. He was caught on video confronting several individuals while live streaming content for social media. The complaints filed against him include causing trouble and harassment in public, creating a scene, stealing a personal item, and attempting to take something that didn't belong to him. According to reports, those affected include security guards and workers in the area. One guard said Zorodivsky forcefully pulled his ID back from his neck. Another worker said the YouTuber took his hat without permission, while a third, also a security personnel, claimed the foreigner tried to grab his service firearm. That's an extremely serious charge if he actually gets charged with that. To my knowledge, while Secretary Romola has mentioned this, and a bunch of media has mentioned this, I haven't seen the formal charge of him trying to grab someone's service firearm. But recognizing the suspect's foreign nationality, the Taguig police also coordinated with the Bureau of Immigration to determine possible violations of immigration law. A formal request has been sent to BI for updates on the YouTuber's current status for guidance on further action. Taguig authorities have issued a strong reminder to all visitors and online content creators to respect local laws, warning that actions meant to harass or humiliate people, whether on camera or not, can have serious consequences. The Taguig City Police Station assured the public that they are continued to monitoring the case and are committed to protecting residents from similar incidents in the future. So obviously, I'm kind of sitting here like, well, we didn't do this on purpose. I'm just sitting here making videos, man. Like if someone does something incredibly recklessly stupid on stream, I'm going to talk about it. But then we see Vitaly booked and he's still goofing around.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in any court of law. Okay?
It took Vitaly a surprisingly amount of time to just lock in because I'm assuming he thought the same thing was going to happen here as happened in Egypt, where he was caught, he was detained, he sat like maybe a week in jail, and then he was just returned home. But I'm assuming he quickly found out that this was not going to be the case because then you had some photo posted of him in some like online Zoom proceedings, and clearly he's not having a good time. Then shortly after, he's perp walked out on national TV for everyone to see him as Secretary Romola tells the world that they're going to punish him to the fullest extent of the law. And Vitaly is still, for some reason, goofing around. But at the end of the conference, he asked if he could speak, and that's when he was immediately denied. And it feels like that was the first time he had the uh-oh realization. But then there was silence until about the 14th of April, when the president of the country you committed crimes in is reacting to the crimes. You are not in for a good time. You may be asking, why is all this happening? Well, so Vitaly has accidentally positioned himself as a little bit of a geopolitical pawn. I am no geopolitical channel, so I'm going to keep this extremely surface level because I don't enjoy speaking outside of my expertise and lane. But my understanding is the popularity and trust of the current Philippine government has been mixed and declining. So you have that, and then you have the overwhelming majority of the Filipinos who saw what Vitaly did in their country They think what he did is completely unacceptable. Therefore, being very public about this behavior is not acceptable in the Philippines and will be punished to the full extent of the law is a very easy public approval win. Because this shows they're standing up for the people. And by doing this, they sent him to jail, specifically the Bureau of Immigration at Camp Bagog Diwa in Taguig. And here we have some early images of him there. But a few months in, we get an update photo, and he's looking rough. Because if you know anything about these jails, you never want to be there. You never want to serve any time inside a jail like that, which is why you do not, under any circumstances, ever go to the Philippines and commit crimes, especially while live streaming yourself doing so. So 2.5 months after he was thrown into the first jail, he was transferred to the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. And once he got there, he was able to post bail, but was immediately detained again and transferred back to the BI facility at Camp Bagog Diwa because he's still under deportation/detention order as an undesirable alien. So the bail covered his ongoing criminal case, but not his immigration status. And from there, it was silence until rumors went around that his mother was scammed, which is extremely unfortunate if those rumors are true, as Vitaly is the one who acted like a moron here, so his family shouldn't be punished for that. But then we heard nothing from Vitaly in roughly 5 months until now. First, you had this image posted on Facebook of the jail that he's showing a man who looks like Vitaly seemingly being baptized. Then suddenly you have another rumor claiming that Vitaly was set free and was seen at the airport. And from what I can tell, I mean, that's not true. Then you have another rumor claiming that he joined a powerful cult in jail. And honestly, there is no way to verify that. But what I did want to know, though, is what the Filipino population actually thought about Vitaly. And did they even know who he was, and do they still care? But it's safe to say I ran into a whole bunch of problems trying to get that content for you guys. Obviously, I'm not going to run up and shove a camera in people's face. And the way I did so was asking, hey, excuse me, do you know who the live stream Vitaly is? Then if they did, I asked them what they thought of him and then asked if I could ask this question on camera. For the most part...
Okay, chat, sorry, I had to go bounce out and take care of something. The dogs were getting kind of dickheaded outside, so we had to take care of that. Yes, Keopathic, how you doing? Yes. Orders unclear. Document your crimes. Yes, that's exactly what you need to do. Anyways, guys, here's where we are. Here's Sepp Ballerberger. I didn't realize it's already 12:30, but we're going to wrap up here, guys, because I got to get up in the morning. But anyways, we're making some progress on them. And the dogs are being extremely melanated. Yes. So we'll work on this another night, chat, but I got to go to bed. So... we'll work on more. And yeah. So otherwise, chat, you guys all good night to everybody. TNN, thank you for being here for 5 months. Sleazy says, bruh, ATMs will switch cash to Philippine pesos and Grab takes cash. LOL. Did not know that. Interesting. Keep that in mind when we go to the Philippines. Justin says, PSA, don't place your geocaches in your butt. Well, that's a good idea too. That's a very good thing there. And Garfield, have Wiggle get a hold of me. I'll come on. Let me know what time he's doing it on Tuesday. I'll make a guest appearance. So good night, everybody, and take care.
Weapons, blacksmithing, and models of planes, esoteric works, and even some trains. Much merriment had while drinking White Claws, tips on hunting, and even talking the law. Whatever you do, just don't talk to cops, even when they nab you on illegal stops. Just 'cause you did it doesn't mean you're guilty, but please talk to a local attorney.